$1,000. The keyword is award. AWARD, award. You have until 25 minutes after the hour to enter it on the Fanatic app or at 975thefanatic.com, or you can text it to the special contest short code, which is 45911, 45911. One random entry wins $1,000 in this company-wide contest. Winners will get a call from Beasley, so be sure to answer your phone. Contest rules, 975thefanatic.com. Fanatic Parlay Cash is stood up by Iron Mountain Men's Health. 5 chances to win each weekday, 8 a.m., 10 a.m., noon, 3, and 5. Next chance to win with us is at noon. The keyword is award. Hooah.
Middays with Marks. The voices you trust. John Marks, Sean Brace, and Ray Dunn. All Philadelphia, all day. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
All right, we're rolling on a blue Thursday.
Hey now.
For more than one reason. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic. Sixers lose, go down 2-0. What a disappointing fourth quarter. We say good morning to Ray Dunn. Hello, Raymond.
Oh, it's a morning, Johnny. It's a morning. Glad I have the two of you.
Sean Brace, hello. Good morning.
Oh, feeling good, feeling great, feeling blue.
So, good morning to everybody listening on the radio, 97.5 FM. On the Fanatic app, as I like to do when I'm roaming around at home, I ask Alexa, play 97.5 The Fanatic. Boom, it's right there.
Can't even look at you.
And if you're watching on YouTube right now, we have paid off the bet. This has nothing to do with the Knicks. At some point, I don't even remember what game, we had said if the Sixers beat the Celtics in the series, I said it, we'll paint ourselves blue. Because you did it for game one. You said if they win game one, you'll paint yourself blue. And then I said, all right, if they win the series, it looks very unlikely. So they won the series. So now we're down 2-0, and we've painted ourselves blue, Sean. Hello.
Unbelievable. Yeah, there it is. So here we are today. For 4 hours, you get us the Blue Man Group here. And I promise you this, we bought blue paint. Blue paint is hard to come by. Blue body paint, hard to come by.
Elusive.
We bought it 3 different times. You bought it 2 times at Michael's. They tried to give you a different color. And then I ordered it from Amazon, and it still has not arrived. Shout out to Ray and South Philly Connections over there.
And who's your buddy that got it?
My buddy Luke.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Thanks, Luke.
We were exchanging paint outside of the Acme parking lot this morning at 7:30.
No
So
way.
it looked like a drug deal, and you
Yes.
were really getting face paint for us?
Correct.
That's
So
awesome.
if he gets fired and I end up in cuffs, you know what happened.
Yeah. Well, Sean, you know who I blame for last night's loss?
Ooh, who we blaming?
Daryl Morey. Sixers lose. 25 lead changes. I mean, really a really, really good game until they just ran out of gas in the fourth quarter. 99-96. Oubre hits a 3. Josh Hart makes a 3 to tie it. That was with 6:52 left in the game, and they didn't look back. They went on a run. They couldn't make a shot in the fourth quarter. They were settling for threes. They 12 fourth quarter points. They were turning the ball over all over the place. Paul George, he can't get by anybody. You're settling for bad shots. But part of the reason you lost the game was you don't have a deep team. And I don't even want to make this about Jared McCain, because obviously if he was on the team, he would have been able to contribute last night. How about anybody that's a guard that can handle the ball or that can say, hey, everybody calm the freak down. All right, take it easy. Settle down. Stop freaking out. We're good. Let's slow this down. They were so out of sorts in the last and that last half of the fourth quarter, and that was the ball game.
Yeah.
And Daryl Morey, trading away Jared McCain, no one likes that move, but not acquiring anybody else. This is not a deep team. And Dominic Barlow had a great game last night, really kind of changed some things in the second half as far as defense. They need another guy out there. And if Joel Embiid's not playing, which we know he didn't, and we know at any point he could not be in the lineup, man, you can't go forward with this rotation. Maxey didn't do well last night in the second half. He hurt his finger again. That's a problem. We'll see how he is with that. But, Maxey wasn't good. Edgecombe looked like a rookie in the fourth quarter. Paul George looked like he was half-cooked in the fourth quarter, and you had nobody else to lean on. And that's a Daryl Morey problem. You want to steal a game in New York, and really, you look at it, that's how you win the series. You win that game last night. They didn't shoot well. Towns was in foul trouble for the first half. Brunson, he got it going. He's always going to score. He didn't shoot the ball well. Sixers did a good job with it, but your team isn't deep enough, and that's on Daryl Morey. So there's a lot of things to talk about from the game last night, but that's the first thing I'm thinking walking in here today, Sean, is you're like, you know what? You expect that team to beat the Knicks last night on the road? It's tough.
No, you're well said. Yeah, they are. The Knicks are absolutely the definition of a deep team, and that gives them a huge advantage, especially when you have Tyrese Maxey playing 47 of 48 minutes. I do want to say, like, Nick Nurse, I thought didn't meet the mark. I thought he could have done some things differently. You can't expect Tyrese Maxey to give you 47 of 48 minutes, and this isn't a woe of me spot here for Tyrese Maxey because there's going to be plenty of blame to go his way in just a second. However, like, can you not get him a blow at the end of the third quarter? Could you not rest Tyrese Maxey and get Justin Edwards in there? Somebody to just bring the ball up. I refuse to believe that that's it. Like, you have to realize that, look, we need to get him some rest because we're going to need him during go time. Obviously, he dealt with the pinky, and that was a huge issue. He was being honest about it. There was way too many turnovers late in the stretch. But, yes, it starts with Daryl Morey because, like you said, it's not about Jared McCain. It's about a trade deadline, your last opportunity to improve your team. I know they had Campaign, and Campaign would have been nice to have on the bench as well last night. He's injured. However, you could have made more moves, and you should have made more moves because you know that if you're competing for a championship, this is who you have to go up against. That's the roster that you have to compete with. And what Daryl Morey has put together and refused to add and build upon to make them a championship contender at the last opportunity at the trade deadline, yes, part of the blame falls on his shoulders last night. Total agreement. But Nick Nurse did not meet the mark for me.
And neither did Tyrese Maxey. And you know what, Sean? If he doesn't have to play 47 minutes, I get it, dude. It's the playoffs. He's a younger guy. They look gassed. Didn't they look gassed in the fourth quarter?
Oh, they were gassed. 4 for 19, 1 from 10 from downtown. That's the definition of gas.
And the turnovers, Maxey had 6. Paul George and VJ both had 4. That's something they weren't doing in the last series against the Celtics. And that cost them. That right there, if you just look at it, if they have half the amount of turnovers just with those guys, how many more possessions is that?
Correct.
How many more chances to score buckets? And you know what? Like, it's okay to have a mid-range game. You don't always have to be chucking up threes. The problem is without Embiid. For everybody that says, oh, Embiid slows his team down. Oh, they're better without Embiid. Oh, go freaking give me a break.
Yeah.
If they have Embiid last night, well, I think they win that game.
Depends. What type of Embiid we talking? Are we talking about game 1 Embiid? Or are we talking about game 6, game 7?
I'm talking about Embiid in a wheelchair last night. Seriously. Not even an electric one. One where he's wheeling around himself and he can stand
the one
up.
You get at the airport and do tricks with? Yeah.
Yes. Jesus, yes.
No.
Yeah, the airline.
I need a healthy Embiid, and hopefully he will be that for Friday. I know we'll have plenty of time to talk about that. But they had the lead with 7 minutes to go, John.
Yep.
7 minutes to go. Josh Hart ties it up with that 3. Next thing you know, the Knicks go on a 9-0 run, and they were done.
No, and you know what, Ray? And I'll also say this. That was a hell of a game for the first 3.5 quarters.
It was great.
That 25 lead changes, I think 13 ties.
14
ties. The most lead changes in a playoff game since 2015. Man, they were going back and forth. So I don't want to totally crap on the Sixers today because without their MVP, they were very much in the game late in the fourth quarter. It's just disappointing because they were right there and they just ran out of gas. And that's why it makes me so damn mad with Daryl Morey. You know what? If Campaign was healthy, he helps out last night. They desperately needed somebody to take the ball and bring the ball up. Even on possessions that Maxey didn't turn it over, the ball's flying all over the place. They're having to go get it before it goes over half court. God, it was just such an erratic fourth quarter.
Yeah, it was an erratic fourth quarter, and it was the type of fun where you kind of were waiting for the other shoe to drop. Like, I enjoyed the 3.5 quarters, but as the Knicks continued to throw the counterpunch every time the Sixers threw the punch. It's I don't know if they've got the juice. I don't know if they've got the ability to close this one out on the road. Like, it just kind of felt like that commercial where they've got the dollar in front of you and the fishing rod, and it's, you got to be quicker than that watching that game. You know, I kept reaching for that. Oh, they're going to tie this up. Like what they told you after game 1. Whether you lose by 40 or lose by 4, a loss is a loss.
I said that.
And that's what last night was.
But you know what it was like? It was a heavyweight. Remember, like, for the Sixers to win this series, it needs to be a heavyweight fight where they're going punch for punch, and in the end, boom, they win. And last night was a heavyweight fight, bro. The problem was it became the 11th round, and they had punched themselves out, and they had nothing left. The Knicks win the last 2 rounds, and they win them by decision. Now, you have a bunch of scrub Knicks players that go up and they start getting in VJ's face and some other guy's face.
The worst.
I don't even know their names. That's how little they mean to that team.
Yeah.
But still, OG, He is an injury. I don't know if he's going to be good for Game 3. So I'm just saying this right now. I'm pissed about last night's game. Maxi's got to play better. This is still a series, but Nick Nurse has got to do better. And I don't know what the hell's up with Joel Embiid. Are you getting 50% Joel Embiid playing in Game 4? Is he not playing in Game 4?
I just got a note here that said when Maxey did sit for that minute 12 that he was able to get a breather, the Knicks went on a 6-0 run. So it's tough. I just think that this is what you had to do if you're Nick Nurse. You can't allow Tyrese Maxey to play 47. You just can't. You can't because that's what you get last night. No excuses. It's just reality. To Joel Embiid, your guess is as good as mine. There were people saying last night that they're not hearing positive things about it. It had to kill him not to play last night. You just know. To be in that environment, to lose, be down 1-0, to come back from the appendectomy, to perform like he did against Boston and not play, it had to kill him. He had to be really hurting.
All right, coming up, how do you dish out blame for last night? 610-632-0975. Your calls, you're already lining up. Give me your reaction. Give us your reaction. 610-632-0975. That's the phone line. That's the Davis Honda text line. And leave your voice memos as well. Is this series over? Do you have hope? 610-632-0975. Some people are going after Maxey. I got somebody else to go at other than Daryl Morey. That's coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic. Marks, John Marks, Sean Brace, Ray Dunn. Just tuning in, and you didn't hear, we are dressed in blue. Not dressed in blue, we're painted blue.
Yeah.
You're dressed in blue.
Yeah, I rocked it. Because you know what? I was planning on do full Blue Man Group. The paint that I ordered from Amazon was a little bit more liquidy. This is my, I've only painted myself 2 or 3 times. But I ended up I wanted the liquid stuff, like Blue Man Group. I'm bald. I wanted to be that dude. So I was going to do the arms. The stuff we got was like cake, really thick. So I just
look at his biceps. He's got a jersey on with a Belichick cutoff shirt underneath. The biceps are looking big.
Throw me the ball. I'm down low.
Go take a look on YouTube. I've seen you play basketball before.
Oh, yeah. I'm not Embiid. I'm just wearing the jersey.
So check us out, 975 The Fanatic on YouTube if you want to see that.
My game is like a lot like Kia. There you go. You see that? It's a Kia sponsorship. This old school jersey.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right, so and we're paying off a bet because I had said if they beat the Celtics, we don't have to. It's all right. We'll play it later when we introduce it. But that's why we're dressed in blue. We're not trying to support the Knicks.
No.
That's the other thing.
No. Ray tried to make us put some orange on. I don't know why.
He did.
Yeah.
Big Flyers guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, if the Flyers turn this around.
Well, I'd already said it to John Kincade. If they win this series, every host should come in, ignite the orange.
We got to do it.
Every host needs to come in. Every producer, everybody needs to come up and
light it up.
Let's ignite the orange. The game is tonight, but we're not going to talk about that just yet.
Okay.
And by the way, we have Flyers tickets to Saturday night's game.
Correct.
Today we're going to play Flyer in the envelope at 1 o'clock.
Very cool.
Not to tonight's game. Promotions was very they're going to get confused. Saturday's game, we have tickets to give away today for Saturday's game, not tonight's game.
Love it.
All right, before we go to the phones, Paul George. Paul George was 0 for 5 in the fourth quarter. Paul George is 36 years old. He's a max player. He's brought in to be the steadying. I'm not and this isn't even what he was brought in to be, but this is what he had to be last night. He needs to be the steadying force. They're like, hey, let's take a timeout. Stop freaking out. I'm going to bring the ball up. Take it easy. Because even when George was bringing the ball up, man, he was just chucking it, or he was turning it over, or he was quick to get it out of his hand because they were pressuring him. They desperately needed a veteran last night to step in and be like, all right, everybody calm down. All right? Maxey was all over the place. VJ just wasn't bringing the ball up. He was kind of erratic. And then you have Barlow and whoever else you have on the floor. Who am I missing here that else was on the floor? But, I mean, they desperately needed Paul George to be the guy that you signed to a max contract. He was 0 for 5 and didn't score in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
I mean, give me a break. That's the game right there. If you have George hit a couple shots, and that one shot where Grimes went up to him afterwards and said, what the freak are you doing? What was he doing?
Yeah, it was desperation time at that point in time. They were down by, 5 with 30 seconds? That heave at the end?
Yeah, an air ball.
Yeah.
All right, but what was that? But how many times they got tired and they were settling for three-pointers.
Oh, yeah.
First quarter, they were going in because they had their legs. Fourth quarter, none of them were going in.
Correct. Yeah, that was the thing. We talked about the angle of how can they win this game on the road like they did in Game 2 against Boston. And I said simply, it's about the three-point shooting because that's exactly what they did in Game 2 versus Boston. They were successful. I think 49%, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere around that mark.
Yes.
Throughout the course of the first half, that's the number they were at. Through three quarters, they were still pretty high. I think they were 42% heading into the fourth. So you could see it happening. However, I won't lie to anybody out there. In the back of my mind, I'm like, they're going to be in trouble.
I think Ray said it earlier. I was thinking the same thing.
It's a battle of attrition, right?
You could see them running out of gas in real time. You could see it.
Yeah.
And Nick Nurse, you had mentioned him earlier, and it was a great point. He got a coach last night. Think about how many timeouts Mike Brown took, almost back to back to back.
Did take 3.
On I think it was 3 straight possessions, or it was 3 out of 4. Hey, Nick. How about you take a timeout and set up something coming out of a timeout when you need one of those buckets, right? None of that happened. They couldn't stop the Knicks because, by the way, the Knicks are ripe to lose that game last night.
Absolutely. Karl Anthony Towns going in foul trouble. What's the matter with you, dude? Smarten up. Yeah, another thing, a knock on Nick Nurse, and I'm trying to be fair because I get it. His roster is thin. He's doing what he can. But Barlow really showed he had an edge in that game. And if Mitchell Robinson is not playing, he's scratched late due to an illness, or they didn't want to do the hack of Robinson, whatever it is. He didn't play. Well, that was your opportunity to get Barlow in the game. Look, everybody was yelling for Barlow on the floor on my timeline. And then he gets an opportunity, and he proves his worth. He was out there guarding Brunson. He went 3 for 3, finished with 6 points in only 16 minutes. So in a game where you know that you're up against it, your roster is thin, how do you not get a guy like that in sooner? Get him some first half minutes. Get him acclimated into action.
Get him
and see
going.
we have it. But I'm not going to sit here and say they lost this game because of Dominic Barlow. By no means. They lost because simply they did not have the horses to compete with a team that could very well be playing for the NBA championship.
No, it's perfectly said. You win that game last night because you were hot early and you held on and you were able to stop them because it's like I thought was going to happen. The Sixers came out and the Sixers look like the team that realized they needed to respond. And the Knicks were right there with them in the first quarter. But then the second quarter, like it was a nip and tuck. It was a back and forth game all night. And people can put it on the text line, on the Davis on the text line. Never did I feel comfortable in that game at all. I felt like, hey, this is a great game. I give the Sixers credit, but I was waiting for that to happen in the fourth quarter, and it did.
I got a question for you. I know you want to go to this phones. I got a question about the Sixers, and it's obviously after last night, but I want to get your take on it.
All right, let's go to Bilal in South Philly. Go ahead. What's your reaction?
Famous Bilal.
It is.
Wow.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. Thank you, guys. Hey, look, y'all the professionals, right? I'm just a professional fan. I'm going to say this. I put that loss on Maxey. Because, Maxey, you know your body. You know you was tired. Then, therefore, you slow it down. You don't go speed racer until you throw a shot off the backboard that don't touch the rim or nothing, and then look at everybody like they made a mistake. No, you made the mistake. You don't throw the ball to Grimes, and then they steal the ball, and you throw your hands up in the air like Grimes should have came to the ball. No, you should have made sure that pass was decisive to him. That's what you do. As a leader, as a max player, Maxey, you need to do these things. Because sometimes you bust your gun too much. You shoot too much. You need to just fall back. And I have to disagree with y'all with Paul George. Yeah, he was 0 for 5 shots in the fourth quarter. How many shots did Maxey put up in the fourth quarter? Okay, now, Paul George carried us in the first, second, and third quarter. And he carried us in the Boston series, and, Embiid did his thing, but it was Paul George. They wasn't calling him B-ball, playoff Paul for nothing on them newscasts, that television shows and stuff like that.
Maybe B-ball Paul needs to shoot better than 7 of 18 and 19 points in 43 minutes. I mean, it wasn't. I'm not totally killing him.
No,
but he deserves to be criticized.
Look, at the end.
So does Maxey, by the way.
Absolutely, no doubt about it. Those turnovers you cannot have. You can't turn the basketball over. I get it. Your pinky was hurt. You weren't comfortable driven around the double teams. I don't know what to say. I can't rip Maxey for being, for attacking downhill when I was screaming after game one, dude. Like, you got to be the guy. So he tried to assert himself. Shots weren't falling. I can't kill him on that. However, the turnovers are inexcusable, point blank in the story. The thing I want to ask you is this. Am I out of my mind to come away last night, and there are no moral victories in the playoffs? It's the first of 4. You got a 7-game series. They lost. They're down 2-0. But do you look at this team a little different? Like, I almost think that the Sixers are good. Are the Sixers good? I think they are.
I after the game last night, I didn't tweet it, but I had the exact same thought you did, which was it kind of felt like a moral victory because they did play with them for 3.5 quarters.
That's a
without
good team.
Joel Embiid.
That's a good team over there.
It is, but then I realized that is no. That's it. No, but then that's why I put it on Morey. Those guys that played last night deserve more from their GM than get rid of Jared McCain and not bringing anybody else in here. Eric Gordon and Kyle Lowry? Like, really? They had roster spots this year. Kyle Lowry's got no shot at helping. You can't bring anybody else in. And I know Cam Payne was injured. You can't rely your season on Cam Payne being healthy for the playoffs.
Bullseye.
You had nobody else to go to as a guard. Nobody.
Yep.
And that's why they had to play. So now what? You still don't have anybody else as a guard.
No, you don't. And that's the issue. It's like, all right, so if you get Joel Embiid back, I know that makes life easier for you. I get that. But what type of Embiid are we talking about? If you get a 75% Embiid, let's go. But if it's an Embiid from game one, you're still going to be dealing with, how are we going to keep this pace up? What are we going to do in the fourth quarter? That sort of deal.
Well, it's the same thing with Embiid that it always is.
Always is, yeah.
Because you look at it, Ray, Kelly Oubre, I thought he was really good last night.
Played well.
Right? Like, Kelly Oubre's turned into that was a really good find for the Sixers. Like Drummond did what he did. I mean, Bona gave you 6 offensive rebounds.
Yep.
He came in with some blocked shots. Now, ultimately, don't give him the ball, or you can see what are they doing passing him the ball, by the way? They did that in the second quarter. Why are you passing him the ball? What do you think he's going to do? He looks like he's catching it with 2 feet.
In any quarter of a Sixers playoff game, the ball should be nowhere near a damn ball.
Put him in the dunk spot, and then if he ends up with the ball, fine. But they were literally passing up shots the one time. I think it was Maxey. passing it to him. He wasn't ready for it, and it looked like it.
And then Bono with the one save where he tosses it back in and it goes the other way. It's like, come on, dude.
Like that's.
But he did give you
good minutes.
a spark. They out-rebounded. And again, I know they went small, but the Sixers out-rebounded the Knicks. They won in that category. And that's not something – that was an important category for me going in.
Barlow came in, gave you good minutes. Unfortunately, that you don't have enough. Playing Maxey 47 minutes. This isn't he played 47 minutes after having – no, it's after he's playing 40-some minutes and 40-some minutes and 7, and he looked like it in the fourth quarter.
I think he led the league in minutes played this year, if I'm not mistaken. Think about that.
Yeah, man, and it's not like – I already had somebody tweet me and say, stop making excuses for Maxey. It's not an excuse. It's an explanation. They looked like they were dead in the fourth quarter last night. Because that's not like Jalen Brunson's game isn't, I'm going to be fast and I'm going to do this and I do that. He just backs you down. And he does what he does. And he makes big shots. Sixers couldn't make a big shot in the fourth.
Yeah, and I thought another thing, and I got to give credit to Nick Nurse for the adjustment that they brought to the table as far as defending a guy like Brunson, where they were meeting him closer to the half-court line or when he was bringing the ball up, whatever it may be. Oubre started on him, but then VJ picked him up for the majority of the night, in my opinion. I love that approach. It slowed down, of course, Brunson through three quarters. Great players are going to get what theirs in the fourth. You know they're eventually going to get it going. And, oh, by the way, he's been tossing up some serious numbers. Did you see the stats? Again, we talked about Brunson yesterday. Like, we can respect, and nobody wants to hear that today, but I like the numbers, the stats. Dude, he's like first 50 playoff games, he's up there in Knicks playoff history for most points scored. Averaging, I want to say the stat I saw at the end of the game last night, 25 points per game in his first 75 playoff games. That's insane.
He scored 26 last night, didn't shoot well. Yeah. I thought VJ did a really good job on him in the first half.
He did.
But, like, this is where it, like, you had said moral victory. Part of me is saying that out of one side of my mouth, but then I look at what the Knicks did last night. They were 7 of 26 from 3. You got to beat them in that game.
Have to win.
You got to, they made 7 3-pointers. Come on, man. You got to win that game.
Karl-Anthony Towns didn't play.
No, I mean, and that was a huge loss for them in the first half.
Huge loss. Like, it was there. It was there for the taking, and it was just, you just saw it because you knew it was going to be tough in the fourth quarter. Oh, by the way, did you get the vibe of, like, the Knicks fans were kind of timid without Joel Embiid being on the floor?
Yeah, they didn't know how to react.
They're sickos, man.
I know they are. Yeah, they were like, oh, man, this sucks. Yeah. Embiid's not playing. We wanted to yell F you at him.
Where's our villain?
Yeah. Right. Yeah, it's like they didn't know what to do. Did you see John Starks come off the bench after one of the baskets?
Sure.
Clapping. Yeah. Is he on the bench or is he just sitting front row?
They're front row. Ewing.
Yeah. Oh, my God, dude. Like, I saw Starks and I immediately got pissed.
Starks, Greeny. See Greeny?
Yeah.
Mike Greenberg was next to the Sixers bench. He never clapped. I never saw him clap one time throughout the course of the game because I was looking to see if he was going to cheer for the Knicks.
He's a robot.
Yeah. He's a big J.
Yeah. Yeah, Mike and Mike.
Kylie Jenner, right? And Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah, everybody was out last night.
Yeah. Stiller finally found his way back in.
Yeah.
What's our celebrity row looking like on Friday night?
The sixth man.
Philly sports guy and Philly blue guy.
You're Philly sports pie. If the other guy's the Philly sports guy. Is this my old buddy? Do you remember Spanky?
Of course.
I haven't talked to Spanky since I've been back. Spanky in Overbrook? Spanky.
Yeah, man.
What are you doing?
What's up?
What up, Spank?
I'm good. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Loud and clear, man.
Yeah, I've been working a different job. I got a new position on the job, so it's hard for me to call in, man.
That's all right. I haven't talked to you. Good to hear from you.
Yeah, plus I'm married now. I got married last a year and a half ago.
Nice,
so.
man.
Congratulations.
Congrats. What, she take the radio away?
Nah, she just keeps me busy.
Heard that.
All right, Sixers.
So I saw that game last night, right? And I gave them a pass because I knew they was tired the first game. I give them a pass, right? And listen, they played their hearts out, but they don't have enough, man. And I blame this all on the GM. They don't have enough. And can they beat this squad? Yeah, but it's just something is missing. I'm gonna tell you what I want from them next year. I want a backup center that can play, right? I just want, like, I don't like Boner. He's a bonehead, right? and Drummond is okay for what he gives you. He gives you
No,
rebounds
he's not.
and stuff.
No, he's not.
So,
I hear you, Spanky. I hear what you're saying. He's not.
I just want, and you're right. They should have had a better plan when they got rid of McCain. they are missing. They're just missing like one more piece.
They're missing like one more. It doesn't even have to be a starter, but a guy that has playoff experience that can play 20 minutes. It's kind of like Grimes didn't have a great game last night, but another Grimes, just someone with a steady hand. Paul that was supposed to be Paul George, but like man, they're a man or two short. They are.
Yes, and you know who they need? Like I need like a Lou Williams that can come off the bench and cook you.
Oh, like Jared McCain, a guy they had.
Yeah, we don't. Yes, we don't have that, and I want a Evan Mobley type dude. I love that dude. That dude is long and rangy,
you're right.
and he can get. Oh my God,
Spanky,
I want one of those so bad.
They need a guy if he can do nothing other than shoot threes. You bring him in a couple minutes at a time. The minute they start exposing him on defense, you get him out of there. They needed a bucket last night in the fourth, and they couldn't get it.
Yeah, they couldn't get it, and you know they're going to key in on Maxine. And some of them jump shots, I couldn't stand the fact is that they were selling it for threes when they should have been attacking the basket. And they don't. And listen, Maxie, I love Maxie. Don't get me wrong, but I sometimes think in the fourth quarter they need a floor general because they always fall apart in them last couple minutes, and it's like nobody calms them down, and it's killing me right now, man. They should have won that game yesterday. But, I mean, listen, we're going to come home on Friday and we're going to do what we got to do. We gotta get two. We gotta get these two at home.
We got it. They're what? Thanks, Maggie. They're 1-point favorites.
Sixers are.
I was on the BetParks app.
Whoa!
They're 1-point favorites. The series right now.
I did not see that.
Knicks are to win the series. The Knicks are minus 1250. If you believe the Sixers can come back, plus 750.
I'm done betting. Hanging it up.
I think that's probably a good call.
I didn't even look.
Well, because I had the Sixers. I bet them the day before because I thought the line was going to go down. So I got them at 7. Last night, Brunson has the ball right in front of the basket, but he just dribbles out to end the game.
Sixers didn't foul either.
Ethical
foul.
right there. That's what you were looking for.
I was freaking out.
That's hysterical.
So when they, there was a little bit of celebration until I realized the Sixers lost, but I was like, yeah.
It comes hand in hand. I want a Mobley too, a third overall pick, all defense, all-star. Yeah, I'd like to have that guy as well. As Cleveland's still playing, he's really good. No, I mean I love Spank, but yeah, Mobley's great. It is interesting because if McCain was there, he has to get minutes, but Nick Nurse really wasn't playing him. So I hear that argument. A lot of people are making that case. And again, I know you said this earlier, and I'm totally in agreement with you. Like, even just put Jared McCain to the side. Even if you traded him, I don't care. Bring back more pieces to compete. You must have a better roster to get through this second half of the season. And that's the postseason I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the regular season. Nobody cares about the regular season. You got to go into it going, you know what? Knicks are damn deep. Cleveland runs deep. All right. And then what happens if you get to the finals? What happens if you happen to make the finals? You got to go up against OKC. You ever check out their roster? How many players play for them?
Man, they have one of our old players. Man, they don't have enough to beat the Knicks.
Correct.
Let's face it. And I'm not waving the white flag. Embiid's coming back. Don't have enough. And again, is this a Sixers breaking news?
No, it's not. Flyers. You mentioned Embiid. He was out. Now look at the Flyers. Owen Tippett. People looking for Owen Tippett to be back. He is not. He is out tonight.
I was going to set you up properly, Ray. Let's try it again. Sean?
All right, go ahead.
I think we have Flyers breaking news.
Oh, we got Flyers breaking news.
Oh, it can't be good, can it?
Owen Tippett's out tonight.
No!
Oh, come on.
Oh, come on.
Hey, Ray.
Come on.
I'm becoming the face of bad news. Did you notice that?
Yeah, anytime we hear that breaking news sounder, nothing good ever happens.
But
it's only during our show, too.
It's also, Middays is good for breaking news.
Yeah.
It also, I look at Ray when he hits it, and Ray just has a look of...
You could tell?
I can tell.
Positive, negative?
Yesterday, it's also how he hits it, and he just, looks at me with this look of death and a smile on his face.
Yep.
Yeah,
all the life leaves my body, and it's just.
Could you imagine if we were all blued up yesterday and we got the Embiid news?
It would have been so good.
Oh.
It would have looked good.
It's terrible, man.
Tippett was I've heard this from all the Flyers people out there. Tippett's the one guy that can skate with the Panthers, and I mean, you certainly missed him.
Oh yeah,
they need more offense. And they got 2 goals the other night early, and then they couldn't do much after that. I mean, honestly, they should have won the game.
Yep.
They outplayed them in overtime.
We need that barn to be rocking. If you got Game 3 tickets, you're heading down to that block party. We got MMR down there. Brent Porsche just hanging out. Bray and I'll be there for on Saturday. But if you're heading down tonight, you got to get rowdy. You got to make
It'll be
Carolina.
rowdy.
Yeah, you got to get nuts down there.
Now, I mentioned the Sixers are favored in Game 3.
crazy.
What would you say the Flyers are for Game 3? Are they favored?
I can't imagine that they would be. I would say it's like a minus 125, minus 110 deal. So, like, very close.
Incorrect.
Oh, Flyers are favored.
The Canes are a minus 157.
Oh, so the Canes are favored. I got that part.
Flyers
right,
plus
but-
132.
Wow, way off. Wow, yeah, that's.
I would have thought the same thing. Almost a coin flip, but maybe the Canes favored by a little bit.
Canes got a little more firepower.
That's a Kane line.
Yeah, that's a tough one because they look really good, man. They got a lot of good pieces. Again, that's a team that's been there and done it, just waiting to get over the hump. Flyers aren't necessarily on that playing field. I'm not ready to wave the white flag on that one though, because I believe hockey has a different vibe to me than NBA. I don't know if the numbers would back that up as far as trends are concerned, but like being 0-2 going into the other person's building, I feel like hockey is much different than NBA.
Easier to win.
Yeah, get a game, hot goalie,
I
you know,
agree.
1-0, you come away with the victory. Anything is possible. We'll see. I'm excited for it though. Kind of wish we had it last night because we had that double dip. I've been watching a lot of the other playoff games, man. Last night, Buffalo rolled. That was a great game. Buffalo-Montreal was a fun game. Of course, Anaheim took out Vegas.
Oh.
You have Carter Hart and Gauthier going head-to-head, which is interesting from a Flyers perspective, right?
Well, yeah, I'm watching Ghost play for Carolina.
Ghost, yeah.
Flyers didn't want him anymore.
No.
He's gone.
Yep.
All right, look at that. We have another $1,000 winner from this morning.
Get out of here.
How about that? We gave away another $1,000 a listener to the program, Raymond.
Our listeners are making more money than us nowadays.
Dude.
Is his name Bon Schrace? Who won it?
I saw him typing away.
Yeah, I was
Those
wondering what
blue
you're doing over
fingerprints
there.
on your phone are going to sell you out. 45911 award.
A.K.A. Blue.
Yeah, let me see that phone.
Blue's checking in.
All right, coming up. Did the Sixers show you that they can come back in this series last night? So phone line, 610-632-0975, but also Davis Honda text line where you send the voice memos. Sean said that it felt at least partially like a moral victory last night, and I happen to agree with them. And then I very quickly say, no, I can't feel like that. But it did kind of feel like a moral victory. That's coming up. Paul George talks about the positives from the game last night. We have Mark and Mad Mike and your phone calls coming up next. Don't go anywhere.
Christmas without you. I'll be so blue. Just thinking about you.
We are painted blue
How much ass did Elvis get?
for you. He had a big ass by the end.
I mean, he got a lot of tail. You know he did. I mean, he's the original.
Well, I mean, yeah. Is this really what? Is this
breaking
Put
news?
up a Twitter poll. Did Elvis get a lot of tail? At 975 Middays. Just
Yes,
put it up there to
but
see
yes
what
is
happens.
the second option.
Right. No, put no to see how many people say no.
You ever been to Graceland?
No.
I think I have been. Yes, I
You
yeah.
think you have been?
I don't remember a lot of things, as you could tell. I remember making this bet, and I'm blue right now,
Okay,
and I
but
got a
that's-
rat tail.
It's a little different than being
Yes,
to Graceland.
when I was 11 or 12 years old, we went to Tennessee because I remember I left in the middle of like a Little League tournament, and my Little League coach was furious. And like my dad and him almost fought. True story. This is when I was 11, 12. I think it was 11.
because
And
you had to go on a
we had a
vacation.
vacation booked, and we kept winning. We take Little League serious up in Scranton, apparently. Anyways, so we went to Dollywood, went to Graceland. We were in Knoxville. We did
Was
the tour.
Johnny there?
No, he was not.
That I would, if I was down there, I'd go. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just to see what the hell you have. I heard it's really kind of like creepy. They'd still from like pretty much he died and they kept it the exact same look.
thing,
And it's
yeah.
weird.
Yeah. Yep.
Wait, up at the Super Bowl in Minneapolis, a lot of people went to the Prince Mansion.
Oh, get out. Now that's cool.
Yeah, I said no.
There's probably some hidden rooms in that place.
Like Trey went. I know Trey and his wife, Trey Thomason's wife. They went to one afternoon. A lot of people went,
That's great.
and I said no. Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot going on. They may not have the hidden rooms.
Basketball rim still up, making pancakes.
Yeah, but it's an 8-foot rim because
Yeah.
Prince was known to be short.
That's it.
All right, so let's hear Paul George. Positive Paul. Let's hear him after the game. Here he is.
We like where we're at. We played good defense, I thought, all the way into the fourth quarter. We just didn't make shots. But a lot of positive coming out of the game tonight.
A lot of positives coming out of tonight.
You know what? He should be talking like that after the game. He's the veteran. He's the guy that was brought in on the court. He didn't do it last night, but he's right. I mean, John, I'm pissed. It was because I think everybody saw it coming too. But there is a part of me that has the moral victory Thursday. Because shorthanded as they are, screw Daryl Morey, they were right in the game and they just ran out of gas. They ran out of gas because they were tired, and they ran out of gas because they didn't have anybody in the rotation. If Maxey plays 40 minutes, he looks a lot different in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. Yeah.
VJ played 43. How many minutes did Paul George play?
Did VJ get up to 40? Whatever. I mean, everybody played a ton. Paul George ended up playing 43. VJ ended up getting 40 total.
Yeah, Paul George played 43. He's 36 years old.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he's throwing up those threes. Why is that? He can't get by anybody.
4 players played 40 minutes out of the starting 5. Drummond played 15. Barlow played 16. Bona played 16.
Josh Hart played 44. Jalen played 31. And then Towns was out. OG actually, he went out. He never came back, right?
Yep.
He was limping.
It was late in the game. He finished with 37 minutes, but he could potentially be out for Friday, which is a huge loss. As you saw, he was hot. He's one of the hottest shooters going right now
And
in
he's
the playoffs.
physical, too. He doesn't just shoot threes. He's mid-range game.
He's a big deal for them.
He's a good player. Let me say one other thing, and we'll go to the phones. The Sixers in the first half got very favorable officiating. I don't think the Knicks took a foul shot at one point, and the Sixers had taken a lot of foul shots. I know Maxey at one point, he missed it, but didn't he have 37 in a row? And that wasn't just this game, but still, like, they were getting to the foul line. I felt like there were a lot of calls. At least one of the fouls on Towns was ticky-tacky to get him his third foul. So it's not like that the whistles were favoring the Knicks. They weren't. It's another reason. The Sixers had the opportunity last night to win that game. The Knicks are a good team. They ain't that good. Right? You get Embiid back. This is a different series. That's the problem.
Yeah, I agree with you. I would say, you know what? Like, I came away, again, it's in the moral victory category. I'm with you there. But at the end of the day, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is I come away going, this Sixers team, battle-tested, mentally strong. Again, shorthanded, I understand what they're up against. But this is a team that I'm not ready to pour dirt on. No. I know that when the series that they've been in franchise history down 0-2, they're 0-15. So why not?
But they just changed it
Correct.
against the Celtics.
Exactly. Now that changed to 1-18, down 3 games to 1. Why not do it again? 0-15. Let's go 1-15.
Ray, you in?
Yeah.
I'm in.
Are you in on this series not being over, Ray?
I mean, I have tickets to Game 3. How could I not be in on this series not being over?
Because your voice cracks when you're not telling the
I
truth.
did that intentionally with the there. I mean,
Better than Game 6.
It's brutal. I can't do a moral victory when you had every opportunity and you just couldn't get yourself a victory.
But you know why it's hard to say I'm in and to puff your chest out and say they're coming back here? You don't know what Joel Embiid's status is.
Yeah.
Is he playing at 60%? Is he not playing? If he didn't do shoot around and they ruled him out that early, he wasn't anywhere close to playing in the game. So what does that mean? Even if he plays on tomorrow night, he's going to be okay? Let's go to Mad Mike. Mad Mike, I believe, called this a moral victory, and he's in on the Sixers winning this series. Right, Mad Mike?
First of all, I want to know more about the Conshohocken Mud Hens than I do about that fat loser Joel Embiid.
We won yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah.
Good for you. Good for the.
Your daughter was 5 for
anyway,
5 runs.
3 for 3, home run, and a double.
Go ahead, Mike.
Awesome. Good work. Anyway, I called, and then Joel Embiid goes out of the game. It feels like he heard me and he realized, Mad Mike's right about him, and he's just going to take his ball and go home because he's a big loser.
Yeah, I know. No, I know. He definitely he is. You're in his head, Mad Mike, for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah. Come on, guys. I don't know why we root for this team. He's a loser. Maxey is overrated, and the rest of the team's old except for VJ.
No.
What about Paul George? What do you think of him?
Paul George's old and a loser too. Like what are we talking? They're all losers.
Maxey's an all-pro at the age of 25, man.
He's not an all-pro.
Yes, he
Just
is.
because he has a $200 million contract doesn't make him an all-pro.
Is he a pro bowler too?
He's an all-pro. Come on, man. He's going to make second team this year.
He is overrated.
He's a starter, Mike. He's a starter in the All-Star game for a reason. Now, is he enough to lead a team to a championship? No, he's not.
Not right now.
But there's not a lot of people in the NBA that are that good. You need a roster. This isn't, and appreciate it, man, Mike.
Correct.
Deep team.
You need a roster. Look at the Knicks. Even though they really didn't go deep in their rotation last night, they still have guys they can go to. How'd you like to have Alvarado for 10 minutes on the team? He was picked up at the trade deadline. I doubt they gave up a huge amount to get him. Morey, see, here's the problem if you believe the story, which I do. Morey trades McCain because he thinks he's making another move, and then he's not able to make another trade, and then he's caught with his pants down.
Yep.
How do you not? You've campaigned. Man, you needed campaign for 5 minutes last night, too. But you needed another veteran, and it could have cost them.
Does that say Bobby Marks is joining us coming up?
Oh, that's right. He's coming up at 11 o'clock.
Is he doing it via Zoom?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my
He's got his
goodness.
setup. Bobby Marks, the ESPN insider,
You're gonna love
former
this.
GM of the executive of the Nets. We're dressed in blue.
Well, I'd be honest with you. I
We're
didn't
painted
think about
blue.
it when I booked him last night.
Oh, he's in the media. He
Yeah, he
understands.
Yeah.
But it's a great person to have on because if Daryl Morey does make a move to add to this roster, last night ends up differently. I guarantee you.
Yeah, it's going to be Bobby Marks going to be good. That's coming up next. Middays with Marks. Don't go anywhere. All right, let's talk about. I was talking about every day. It seems like I'm on the Bet Parks app because I am 76ers -1 tomorrow night. New York to win the series -1250. Philly +750 tonight. The Fly Guys, you like them? They're underdogs in the game +132. The Canes -157. There's always something to bet on, and you just don't have to say, "Hey, let me bet on the game." No, you can go within the game, right on the Bet Parks app. It's the only app I would ever recommend. Bet points, assists, rebounds, and more. Philly playoff basketball, Philly hockey. What about Philly baseball? The Fightins, more wins. You're losing out. It's time to play. Make your downtime fun time on the Bet Parks online casino and sportsbook app because they have casino games, slot games. What about blackjack, poker, all of it. Must be 21 in a PA, New Jersey, Michigan, or Maryland. Gambling problem. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
2-2-0 deficits. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update, and it's brought to you by Morgenstern Medical. This month at Morgenstern Hair Restoration, they're including free almond head treatment with your procedure. That's $1,000 value free. You call 610-831-HAIR. Visit morgensternhair.com. Knicks beat the Sixers in Game 2 of the series last night, 108-102. Just 12 fourth-quarter points for the 76ers. Nick Nurse after the game.
Yeah, I mean, listen, those guys, I thought not only they played lots of minutes, they played hard at both ends. I commend their effort. I just wish that a couple of those really good offenses, we would have just needed one or two to kind of get it down to the end where we had a chance.
Sixers now trailed the series 2 games tonight. Game 3 on Friday in Philadelphia. Flyers, Hurricanes, Game 3 tonight at Xfinity Mobile Arena, 8 o'clock. Puck drop for that one. You can listen to the game right here on 97.5 The Fanatic. We're giving you a chance to get Flyers tickets for Game 4 coming up at 1 o'clock today. As for tonight's game, no Owen Tippett. He is out. Noah Cates out for the series. Phillies won 6-3 over the A's last night. This update's also brought to you by thereamteam.com. Unbeatable savings are on now with 0% for 60 months with approved credit on select Ream air conditioners. Hurry to thereamteam.com and lock in your savings today. I'm Ray Dunn, your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
We're back, Middays with Marks. You heard it right here last night on the Fanatic. Sixers lose. Run out of gas in the fourth quarter. They were up 99-96. Kelly Oubre hit a three, but then Josh Hart, feels like it's the only basket he made in the game. And it's never pretty when it goes in, but he hit a three to tie it, 6:52 left, and the Knicks did not look back.
Yeah, he only finished with 5 points. He's a good defender, though.
He's a good player. I'll take him.
Yeah.
I'll take him on the team.
He's sticky.
So Sixers come back tomorrow night, down 2-0 to discuss all of the above. And does Bobby know the story Bobby Marks of ESPN? Because he joins us on Zoom. Former executive, think about this, former NBA executive.
I feel like I'm missing something here.
Hi, Bob.
You are. Former NBA executive, now an insider on ESPN. So, Bobby, when the Celtics was a game, what game was it that we said it?
They won by 32 in game one.
And Embiid was injured and things
Obviously,
like that.
yeah.
We at one point had said, if the Sixers win the series, we'll paint ourselves blue.
Hi.
Which the Sixers were never going to beat the Celtics, especially with Embiid injured, and they win in 7 games.
Guess what happened? They won.
But it took us, the reason why we do it today, it's kind of like not a good day to do it.
Yeah.
Face paint it's elusive. We tried Amazon, Michaels. We couldn't get it. Nobody had it in stock. So finally we had to go to a masquerade place in South Philly, and we were able to get it for today. So that's why we're painted in blue, Bobby.
Nice.
You wish you would have been able to do it like Sunday, right? Like come on the roll that thing up on a Sunday afternoon and do it, but you got to wait until they're down 2-0 again. You know?
Not good timing. All right, so we this is like half of a true statement after losing last night's game. It almost felt like a moral victory because they don't have the horses. They ran out of gas. They were without Embiid. But they still were right there. I mean, that was a great game. That was back and forth, and it just felt like they ran out of gas at the end.
Yeah, I actually thought it was going to be like the game 2 in Boston. I thought we were kind of moving down that path. Certainly the game 5 too. You just kind of hang in it. The hard part last night was you just never got separation from New York. I think the biggest lead was 3, and I think you had the ball to maybe expand it a little bit there, and then they came down and hit a 3. But yeah, I agree. Listen, you ran out of gas. Points in the paint has been an issue in this series, game 1, and then last night again. You guys were mentioning Josh Hart hit the 3 in the corner, but I thought he did a pretty good job guarding Paul last night. I think we get a stat packet every morning. I think he was 1 for 5. Paul was 1 for 5 when Hart guarded him last night here. And but there's this, Maxey, when you watch Maxey play, there's this feeling like anytime, I don't want to put him up there in a conversation like Curry and these greats and stuff, but when he's on the court, you have a chance. Like I just felt like last night you had a chance with him on the court, especially when he gets downhill and doesn't settle. I think he's as dangerous as any player. And you go back for a game 3, we'll see where some of the injuries will play a big role with Embiid and OG and New York and Mitchell Robinson, who we didn't see last night. And, Towns all of a sudden looks like Wilt Chamberlain, the biggest guy out there. So.
Yeah, you mentioned points in the paint. Last time you joined us, you talked about the Embiid tease.
Oh, yeah.
And we've been teased by Embiid. It was 1 o'clock yesterday on the show where we see the breaking news from Shams. And so Ray, my producer, hits the breaking news sounder, and it's like, uh-oh, is this what it is? And it is. And we knew he had the hip and the ankle injury, but you mentioned points in the paint. That's a different game last night if Embiid's able to play.
Oh, it's totally different. It's totally different. I mean, I think, Philly got a little bit fortunate with Towns picking up 3 fouls in the first half, and then it basically kind of neutralized each other. You really kind of went, I think the biggest guy out there was probably, you had OG out there and Paul, which, you got 6, 2 guys, 6'8", 6'9", and everything like that. You went to a small ball, and then you saw Towns come back in the third quarter and really I think he made an impact there. So points in the paint is something you got to try to figure out, because Drummond and Bona, were the 2 guys, both those guys get foul trouble, and then you're going, they're not on the court, and the Towns matchup is really tough right now.
Bobby, I think the Knicks had 62% of their points last night at the rim, so that tells you, look, Embiid isn't the big defensive player that he was in years past, but still he would clog that lane up and help in that category. Helping in the category of depth is where I'm at right now, and I'm placing some blame for last night's loss on Daryl Morey. You go up against the Knicks and that roster, you know that they're going to be in the playoffs. You're going to have to face them some point, sometime. And, oh, by the way, you can go down the list. You can look at the other teams in the West. There's a number of teams that just have a deep, true team. Sixers are not that. So when you go back to the last opportunity to add to your team and the Sixers trade away McCain, but don't even add anything other than campaign, what else could they have done? And is it wrong of me to look at Morey and say, you didn't get your job done this year because you didn't add enough to this roster to compete for a championship or to compete to get out of the second round?
Well, I wrote their offseason article after they were down 3-1. And that was that, and it still will be. I don't know even if they somehow get out. The big thing that has to be addressed is the depth issue. That is a major. And the funny thing is, like, you might be more depleted next offseason with Grimes and Oubre as free agents. Like, that's like coming down the pike, and that's where the McCain trade. Listen, I don't want to beat a dead horse here.
No, beat the dead horse. That's where we're going.
Listen, you get more shooting on the court. We'll see what happens with that first round pick that they get back. And I know you get some future assets in seconds and stuff like that. But the depth is because you have a bunch of guys on that roster that's not playable right now. When you look at, Kyle, and you look at, Trent Wofford and Broomsman, I think he's hurt. Like guys, like you look at the back end, you only have basically 8 guys, and when Embiid comes off the court and is not, that really shrinks your rotation down. And so it's a major issue now, and it's going to be something that's going to need to be addressed when you get into the offseason.
Bobby Marks from ESPN. So piggybacking off of that, when the trade happened, a lot of us, including me, because you knew that they were trying to duck the tax. And B talked about it the previous week. He said, yeah, I know we've been ducking the tax, which they did. Based on what you're hearing and based on what you know as a former GM in the NBA, was that a move? Was that a pure financial move? Or because Daryl Morey actually came out and he was adamant that he thought he was getting good value and he made the trade for that reason. Why did they trade McCain?
I think there's two. I think you would love to have 2 cracks at the apple. The one was certainly when Paul got suspended, that just opened up a different dynamic, the ability to get under the luxury tax based on all that, the savings from that. So I think if you're Philadelphia, can you trade McCain, get a first, get future seconds, and then flip those picks into something else that can maybe help balance out your roster a little bit? When you had Grimes already, do those guys duplicate each other? Now you didn't, and now you have the risk of losing Grimes in the offseason here, which could be certainly that is not the right way to. That's not the way you probably envisioned it there.
So I mean, and it's like if they win Game 3, we're not going to be thinking this, but after a loss, it's like, okay, if they don't win this series, if they lose in 5 games. What happens? What do you do? I know that Bob Myers has been very visible and he's been hanging around the team. Obviously, he works for Josh Harris at a higher level. But and then Embiid himself, has he done a lot to where he would have more teams interested in him? I just don't know where they go from here, and I don't know who's making the decisions, Bobby.
Yeah, I mean, it's, the playoffs are kind of a microcosm of what Philadelphia is, right? I mean, like the Embiid situation, he's a day-to-day player. I mean, that's just the reality of it. And listen, what he did Saturday night and what the Sixers team did, like we're all we're kind of neutral, for me at least, in the media. Like you were rooting for that, right? Like you were rooting for what happened Saturday night. And then my feeling Sunday morning was great, but how much does this guy have left in the tank for a 7-game series? Like that was I was surprised he even played Monday based on that game here. And so you go into the offseason and your core guys are Maxey and VJ, right? But you still have $300 million owed to Paul and Joel. And I thought Paul's been pretty good. Paul, last night, first half, he was terrific and everything like that. And that's the issue when you have, we've talked about it, the Embiid extension starts now. 3 for 180 plus. And so if you're another team out there and you're saying, wait, I love what I saw from Embiid in games 5 or 6 and 7, but I don't know if I can risk that number and give up a lot and everything like that. And if you're Philadelphia, it's like the tease. as we've talked about, the tease will always be there as long as he is on the roster.
Yeah, I'm hoping we get teased on Friday night for Game 3 back in our building. Bobby, I don't know if you pay attention to this sort of thing, but the Sixers are favored by 1.5 on Friday, which shocked me. But I think baked into that line is the expectation that Joel Embiid will play.
Yeah.
If I asked you to slap a percentage on Joel Embiid, what the Sixers would need to beat the Knicks to make this a 2-1 series, a 50% Embiid, a 75% Embiid, where are you at with that one?
75.
Okay.
Yeah, just 75. I think certainly, I think with him on the court, I saw it a little bit in Game 1. New York looks to run a little bit more, and really kind of, get out and transition a little bit. So I don't think a 50% Joel Embiid could win, get you a game in game 3. I think it's got to be 75%.
Bobby Marks, ESPN. It's a good term. He's day to day. His whole career is now day to day. Joel Embiid.
Correct.
But I'd said this recently, that the whole thing the Sixers are trying to do by not playing Embiid in back to backs is hoping he was going to be healthy in the playoffs, which is never going to happen. They could sit him 80 games during the regular season. He could play one game in the playoffs and he could be out game 2. That's just where his body is at this point.
Well, and especially the playoffs. The playoffs are almost like 2 regular season games into one on everything that comes into it. And the schedule makers did the Sixers no favors with the, listen, you're going to go Friday and then you're going to go 3:30 on Sunday afternoon. Like that is.
And LeBron got a couple days.
Yeah, that Houston series, Lakers series went, I think there was like every 3 days and everything like that. So even if he plays, what do you got on Sunday afternoon? So listen, you got to get a game on Friday night, and hopefully your fan base is not overruled by Knicks fans coming down the turnpike there and everything like that. But I think we started the show, I think last night gives you hope because you were in it. You just went, as you said, you ran out of gas and you missed a bunch of shots down the stretch.
What was your prediction before the series, and has that changed?
I picked the Sixers.
Did you?
Let's go.
I did. I think there was me and some. I picked the Sixers in 7. And why I did it? Because I got called out by Sixers social media. They basically posted all our picks after the Boston.
I saw.
The Boston, which I was like, well, it was almost happened. I think I had Boston in 5 or Boston in 6. But I did not want to get called out by Sixers social media again. So I think I might have been a lone man on the hill for picking the Sixers, because I do think they match up well with New York when all their guys are out there.
Yeah, they're just a little bit too short here in this rotation. Bobby, we always appreciate it, man. Next time you have to paint yourself blue. Blue.
I appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
All right, Bobby.
Man.
Thanks, man. Bobby Marks, ESPN.
Yeah, 75% Joel Embiid. I think that's possible. Hey, man. I hate it. I hate it because you never know like how I'm going to feel. I swear it's not me making this up in my mind. I came away last night feeling a little bit positive. And I go, you bring Embiid back, and if he's healthy, like it's not going to be easy. There's only a few teams left. It's not supposed to be easy, but I do think they have a chance to win this game.
If you put Embiid game 3 at home and what it's going to sound like in there, that's a Sixer win. There's a reason why, even with his status unknown, that they're putting them as a favorite. They don't want a bunch of money coming in on one side.
Yeah.
So they got to try to do it. So like, at least me, I'm looking at it and being like, all right, I'm not betting anything yet.
No,
I don't want to bet anything yet.
I didn't touch last night.
Ray, you think Embiid's playing game?
Yeah, I think that line tells you Embiid's playing, and they don't think OG's playing.
Ooh, that's another thing too. Throw it in there. Yeah.
And they think there's something. I think an MRI today for OG Anunoby, and it's like, all right, yeah, we're not going to play him game 3. We're up 2 games to none.
You got OG. McBride got hurt.
Yep.
Right. And I know Hart came back in, but maybe he was playing on adrenaline. Maybe he gets some bad news too. Hey, look, I'm down for anything at this point in time. I just want to keep this thing going.
Bobby talked about it with Karl Anthony Towns. I hate him, but man, you were winning that game because he wasn't playing. And he does, because you have Dominic Barlow trying to guard him at one point. I mean, it looks like he's the big kid playing in the kids' game.
Well, how about Paul George going toe-to-toe with him, with Karl Anthony Towns?
That's who's got to do it.
Yeah, he guarded him well.
As long as you don't let Bona touch the ball outside of offensive rebounds.
Although he almost yammed it on his head. Ooh, that would have been ugly, too. He bricked it.
And Drummond's Drummond, you keep him in there as long as you can.
Drummond couldn't even get the ball out of the damn back of the backboard, and then Karl Towns had to come and grab the mop out of his hand. I'm like, come on, we can't even do that.
Do you know what? I almost every time I see him, I almost call him Ron Rollerson.
Ron Rollerson.
And Ray, Ron Rollerson was Andre Drummond, but he was the Temple center.
No, yeah.
And he wasn't any good. Just like Drummond's not any good.
We talking Chaney days?
But he was probably the end of Chaney days. Yeah, maybe a Kevin Lyde era.
Wow, he's a big boy.
Yeah, doesn't he look like a Ron Rollerson?
Oh, man, I think Ron Rollerson lost a leg.
Did he?
Former Temple big man. Yeah, he's in a wheelchair. This is
Oh, dude. But no, I mean, like, I'm not ripping Ron, but that's what
2018, an article. So shout out Ron Rollerson. I didn't know Ron Rollerson.
But that's who I think of. And, like, he is what he is. He comes in for 15 minutes. He had 8 rebounds in 15 minutes. You can't keep him out there.
Paralympic player, too.
Is he?
Yeah.
Good for Ron.
Yeah, how about that?
But
learn something new every day.
Man, they just don't have enough. So I think, do I know if Embiid's coming back? I don't know how injured he is. Who knows?
That's what I want to do. I want to pitch this to you. I want to do post-show, not every day. You got to go. You pick up the kids. I want to do what did we learn from the show with Ray? And Ron Rollerson would be a prime example. Like, I feel like we learned things over the 4 hours.
Sure.
Right? Like
It's an educational program.
Yeah, like a quick little hit video in the back. All right, what'd you learn today? I learned about Ron Rollerson. All right.
Well, Dan Patrick does that at the end of his show.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Such a great idea. It's been done before. That means we got to do it.
Come on.
When I worked with Jamie Lynch, Jamie was like pitching it. I'm like,
it's the post-show recap.
You're stealing that directly from Dan Patrick. It's the last thing they do before they go off the air. I know you're not doing that.
No.
It's a good idea. We could phrase it differently.
Yeah, we could do it differently. Yeah. I'd come up with a different name.
Ray goes to school, and he sits on a little desk.
Sure. Hey, Ray.
Yes.
I'll shave the beard every day for this segment.
I would
look like a kid.
There you go.
Did you have to stop, drop, and roll in school? Did that stop being something that they do? Because stop, drop, and roll was very important when I was a kid. And my kids aren't getting, I don't think they're getting stop, drop, and roll. You just perish? I don't know. What do they do now?
You got to stop, drop, and roll. That's
Did
how
they
you put
teach
it
you
out.
stop,
I just
drop, and
remember
roll?
more the tornado drills. It's like, go into the hallway.
And put your
sit and put your head
Yeah.
down.
We didn't
It's
do
like,
that.
Yeah, we did that.
When was the last time a tornado hit Oaks?
It could happen.
Oh, absolutely. I would say more Oaks than anything, right?
It might be state mandated that they do it.
It's Tornado Alley. out
When
there.
I was a young kid, when there was the threat of nuclear war,
Yes.
we would have to go under the desks.
That's what I was thinking in my head.
As you know, a nuclear bomb, you're going to be okay because you go underneath the desk.
Dixon City, we had those, man. You had to go hide underneath the desk because of a bomb.
And now they have, unfortunately, they have different drills because of the school shootings and things like that, which is very sad.
No, it'd take the humor out of it.
No, yeah, it sure does.
Yeah. Tornadoes and bombs, I'm LOLing.
Right.
The other stuff. Like, oh, man. Come on.
Right. Yeah, like Ray's mocking a tornado.
Oh,
Ray, how you going to mock a tornado?
Oh, yeah. Look at me, insensitive. You know what? Cancel me. Put on Crossing Broad.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying you're mocking the possibility of a tornado.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there was one that touched down in Limerick in like the 80s. So I guess
I've been sheltered in my basement semi recently because there were storms, there were tornadoes in the area.
Storms were taking out Jersey. Remember, didn't Fletcher Cox's
down
house
there
get
in
hit?
Mullica Hill area.
Yeah, man, it's terrible.
They
Down
got a
by
lot of
Botto's.
open space there. You know what happened to my hometown? They realized that 422 connects to the city, and everybody moved out there.
Yeah.
That's true.
There's no open space left there anymore. There used to be farms when I grew up. Well, the farms turned into neighborhoods.
That's who goes to the schools now.
Yeah.
On the farms. All right, well, there you have it. Bobby Marks again. He's good, man.
Bobby's great. He's great.
He's good.
He's great with the numbers, too. He knows everybody's salary cap. Yeah, he's like a Baldy. He knows it.
Well,
He
yeah.
is bald, but he's like Brian Baldinger.
Yeah, he knows everything.
Yep.
I did not want to let him know.
Oh, that's great.
I'll be honest. I had the thought today, like before we had him on, of like, should I warn him that they're blue or should I just let him?
Well,
log in?
with him, he'll roll and he'll have fun with
I
it. He knows how
appreciate
to
him
handle it.
rolling
He's
with
got good humor to him too. Love Bobby Marks. All right, well, listen. Tomorrow, Sean,
Yes.
we are not going to be in studio, and Ray does not have the hall pass for the day. He's going to be back here. So I just want to make sure I lead with that for people to come out. Hey, where's Ray? Right? You're not coming tomorrow, Ray?
Nope, I'll be here. They're
All
not
right.
letting me out of the cage.
We are going to be at the PGA Championship merch store at Aronimink Golf Club in Newtown Square. So the championship is next week, but you have any idea what it's going to look like next week if you're trying to get your merch? So that's why you come. It's open starting tomorrow, 9 a.m. through Sunday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, this weekend, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. 50,000 square foot PGA Shop merchandise store. It opens this weekend, and we'll be there tomorrow for the grand opening. 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. we'll be doing our show. Every hour, Sean Brayson, you are not eligible for this. We're giving away a $100 gift card to the merch store every hour, and you can use it that day. You don't have to come back later. You win it, use it. Not you, but for people that come out. So get your official PGA Championship merchandise early, admissions free, parking's free, beat the crowds. You'll be able to cruise right in and park and come in and get your stuff. Don't wait till next week. So tomorrow we'll be live 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Kabish?
Kabish.
All right, coming up, no Bryson Stott in the lineup. Seemed to work out, didn't. Give it to him, Donnie Baseball. They are winning. Are we all the way back in? That's coming up next, our Phillies conversation. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic. All right, so about Morgenstern, hair restoration, part of Morgenstern Medical. But if you're losing your hair and you want to do something about it, here's the thing. Hair restoration isn't always about surgery. I had the hair transplant, but since the hair transplant, you want to keep your existing hair. And there's a ton of non-invasive options out there that actually work and keep and thicken and regrow your hair. Topical treatments, medications, and I mentioned the non-invasive options that are out there. And the team I trusted with my hair, they've been doing it for over 30 years. They've been changing lives and hairlines for over 30 years. This isn't an Instagram ad. This isn't some place that popped up recently. They're the experts. Morgenstern Hair Restoration. They've expanded their business. There's 3 locations in the area. Ballard, Kenwood, Wayne. For our listeners out in Lancaster, check them out. Where you go matters. You can keep your hair. You can get your hair back with Morgenstern. 610-831-HAIR. 610-831-HAIR. The website, morgensternhair.com. Morgan with an E, morgensternhair.com.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
2-2-0 deficits. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update, and it's brought to you by the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has led inflammatory bowel disease research and care for over 50 years. Learn more at crohnscolitisfoundation.org. The Sixers fall behind their series 2-0 after a loss against the Knicks last night. They fall 108-102, scoring just 12 points in the fourth quarter. Despite the loss, Paul George says a lot of positives to take out of it.
We like where we're at. We played good defense, I thought, all the way into the fourth quarter. We just didn't make shots. But a lot of positive coming out of the game tonight.
They trail the series 2-0. Game 3 on Friday in Philadelphia. Game 3 in Philadelphia tonight for the Flyers and the Hurricanes. 8 o'clock puck drop for that one tonight. We're giving you an opportunity later on the show at 1 o'clock to get Game 4 tickets. Stay tuned for that. As for tonight's game, Owen Tippett out, Noah Cates out for the series, both according to Rick Tocchet. And the Phillies won last night 6-3 over the A's. This update's also brought to you by AutoZone. Get in the zone. The free AutoZone Fix Finder service can help troubleshoot the likely cause of your pesky check engine light for free and get you back on the road. Restrictions apply. Get in the zone. AutoZone. I'm Ray Dunn, your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic.
break here or there, and we're capitalizing. So you keep riding. You talk about it with different things. You ride the wave now. We're going okay. We want to ride this wave as long as possible.
And that's Don Mattingly, who I don't know his voice yet. Ray, if you would have done a contest and said, or a game and said, "Who is this?" I wouldn't have known.
You could tell that was the lively tones of Don Mattingly?
No, because I don't often hear him talk. You? Did you know that was Mattingly?
Run it back one more time. I thought similar, and he's going by the name of Philly Don these days.
I saw on social media.
Philly Don.
We're trying this again.
Yeah, one more time.
Now we're getting a break here or there, and we're capitalizing. So you keep riding.
I thought it was Nick Nurse at first.
You talk about it with different things. You ride the wave now. We're going okay.
Yeah,
we want to ride this wave as long.
You know what? That's actually a good call for a segment. Play the bit. Who is it?
Ooh.
Now let me work on the title. But
so a lot like
write this down.
And by the way, at 1 o'clock today, we're doing flyer in the envelope for game 4. Not tonight, game 4 tickets. And there's a new wrinkle added to it. The flyer that's in the envelope will be waiting on the phone line. How about that, as Ray once said?
I like that.
How about
Speaking of things I once did, this play the bit thing was one of my proudest moments in radio. I would say it's a Mount Rushmore of segment ideas.
Ooh, Mount Rushmore, good idea.
The 2023 collapse for the Eagles. Salciunas and I did a segment where it was just Jalen Hurts audio, and you had to guess the game that he said.
That's a good one.
Because he said the exact same thing after every game. It was one of my favorite things I've ever done.
Well, write that one down. Also, I was yelling about you yesterday with your Ring It. You got to bring that to the table. Like, enough is enough. It's a really good bit.
Yeah.
And selfish, you just put it on your timeline.
It's a bit, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well,
It's his own bit. He doesn't.
I'll include it. I don't know how you want to.
Well, we like hearing about Johnny Callison and Polanco and.
Well, that can be Teach Ray something.
Ooh, okay.
Bryson Stott and John Mayberry Jr. Same number of homers as a Philly.
Speaking of Bryson Stott, so that's 1 o'clock for the Flyers tickets. So don't go anywhere for that. So Phillies are now 17-20. They win last night, courtesy of a Edmundo Sosa 2-run single that bounced up the middle, gave them the lead. They didn't look back. Brandon Marsh 3 for 4 with the triple, so he started against the lefty, and he continues to mash it, Sean Brace. But before we left the air yesterday, we did it like a half a segment or even maybe close to a full segment on Bryce Harper's comments. Bryce Harper said that Bryson Stott's an everyday player. He should be getting starts against lefties. Well, cue the next night, there's a lefty starter on the mound for the Athletics. A good one, pretty good one, too. Mm-hmm. And we were saying, like, all right, Stott's been on a tear. He has 3 home runs in his last 4 games. And did we all agree that Stott would start? Or just because he's been hot, or that Donnie Baseball was going to do what Donnie Baseball is going to do?
Well, yeah, I definitely had my hand up in the air saying I would have played him because he's earned it. I mean, the past few games he went yard and he was ripping the cover off the baseball, and a big reason why they were able to win a bunch of those games. So, yeah, I would have thought he would have played, but I was not saying that he would play because I didn't know how Philly Don is going to handle those sort of things. I actually liked his approach.
Me too.
He's open. He's honest. He says, guys, we got to get everybody involved. We got to get them going. And guess what? Sosa got an opportunity, and he got going.
Well, and that's why you do it, because if you think he's a good player, but he's not an everyday player, then you have to make the lefties pay, and this team is not making the lefties pay. If Stott hits lefties well, guess what? He's going to get more starts. And Don even said it after, I think it was after the game, but he had said he's going to start against some lefties, but you need to get Edmundo Sosa some playing time, and he paid off. The more you play Edmundo, the more he gets exposed. But against a lefty, when he hasn't played in a while, man, the 2-run single, wasn't that a 7-pitch at bat? He fouled off, I think, 4 strike 2 foul balls. Because I was still watching. I was still very much back and forth, but I was centered on the Phillies for that at bat. And that was a really, really good at bat for Edmundo. So he gets 2 hits. Man, you know what, Bryson Stott? We're not sitting Rogers Hornsby or whoever else is up there with Brandon Marsh.
Another 3 hits.
Shoeless Joe Jackson. So you know what? Both these things can be true, Ray, because I heard a lot of people were killing Bryce Harper for the comments about, Bryson Stott, and he should be starting. It's a shot at Topper, blah, 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 blah. Both things can be true. I'm I'm very cool with Bryce Harper having his guys back and saying, like, no, he's an everyday player. He's showing confidence in one of the guys on the team that needs some confidence. And I'm also fine with Don Mattingly being like, nah, Sosa gets the start.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yep.
Donnie Baseball.
And Stock got in there. He got it. He ended up 1 for 2.
They end up moving Sosa to third and getting Bohm out of there, which is a good thing.
Yeah, there was a lot to like about that game last night. Come back, showing some fight. Like
Wheeler looked okay.
You get the Rooster back at the home venue for a long time. I know that he had the juices going. But there was a lot to like from yesterday's game. I just like the fight, and it's the first time that we've seen them come back like that in a little while, right? This is a team that's been struggling to find a way to win, put some runs up, and of course they're trailing, and then they were able to get it going 6-3. But the story for me, like from last night's game, obviously that's the big picture conversation. But man, Marsh is on a tear, and I know like this sort of thing doesn't continue. I get it; they play a lot of games, but we are looking at probably definitely an all-star candidate.
Oh,
Definitely.
for sure. If he keeps playing like this, he will be an all-star.
Which is wild.
Yep.
That would have been a hot take. What do we have? Not the hot take.
bold predictions?
Bold prediction. That would have been a hell of a bold prediction.
Yeah.
Brandon Marsh, an all-star?
That's as silly as the Sixers beating the Celtics after losing those games. No, but it is.
If Brandon Marsh is an all-star, I'll paint myself
Here
red.
we go. Mark the tape.
Which then I could just get mad, and honestly, I'd have a red face anyway.
Now the difference with Marsh starting against lefties, they don't really have anybody else to put out there. You're not going to start Crawford right now, a left-handed hitter, over Marsh. Now, I say get in the zone, auto zone, bring him back up and get him some at-bats against left-handed starters because he's dominating down in AAA. But like right now, the last person you want to take out of the lineup is Brandon Marsh. I don't care who's on the mound. So you ride him while he's doing that.
Here's the next question. When do you bump him up?
I don't move him at all.
Because people have been in my timeline. People have been saying, man, he's got to get up there.
He hit a triple last night. He's got 12 extra base hits, 4 home runs. He's seeing the ball very well right now. And guess what? That's not going to last. I just leave him, bro. Last night, I like Garcia batting fourth, even though doesn't have the most discipline. Pitchers are worried about leaving a fastball over the plate to him.
Oh, he hit a moonshot.
He sure did, man. He doesn't miss. When he doesn't miss, he doesn't miss.
He's hitting the ball hard, too. When he's grounding out, the ball is coming hard off his bat. But, man, that was a shot yesterday.
I like Garcia. So Marsh was 7th last night. That's really interesting. Again, I think Donnie Baseball says, you know what? 7, 8, and 9 are pretty good.
True.
Crawford, Reyes, now he's not hitting, and Crawford replaced him last night. But that's a pretty good 7, 8, 9. JT had 2 hits again last night. So since he's come off the injured list, he's been pretty good. So all of a sudden, the lineup doesn't look as bad. Like, all these things that were happening at the end of Topper, bad starting pitching, JT was injured, the lineup went ice cold. Now Donnie Baseball comes in, and the starting pitching's been very good. Guys are hitting.
Yeah, and they got a new celebration, too, on the base path. You see that? Little DJ.
That's what you need.
I dig it.
Fellas, can we just say it?
I think we have a good club.
Yeah, we do. We do have a good club, and we're back.
Let's go.
All you losers out there that just want to rip Bryce Harper, leave him the hell alone.
I guess we only find out if he becomes elite or he continues to be good.
Oh, God. Bryce he was saying things about Topper when he was talking about this. Oh, shut up.
It's baseball season, boys.
Leave Bryce alone. All right? Ray, leave Bryce alone.
Oh, yeah. You know me. I've been just ripping the guy.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking with you when I say that. Leave Bryce alone, damn it.
He's been elite.
Been killing it.
He was on pace. Now, granted, I think maybe that just dropped slightly under 40. On pace for 40 homers as of yesterday.
All right, more Phillies coming up next. Also, Sean's got a life issue that's going on, or a life story that's going on right now.
First time ever.
And the biggest story in sports is Diana Rossini and Mike Vrabel, and it just went to another level, and I honestly don't think Vrabel's going to coach this year. I don't. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Philadelphia is
What's our Twitter poll say? Does Elvis get a lot of tail? Did he get a lot of tail? Yes or no?
Actually, 15% coming in saying no.
Oh, come on.
That was Sean's question of the day, not about the Sixers.
That should be what our post-show thing is.
I mean, really, we're talking about Wilt Chamberlain, Elvis. Like, that's...
All right, now that's disrespectful.
What do you mean?
There's no way Elvis is close to Wilt.
Are you out of your mind?
Wilt's full of crap, too.
No. Wilt put up those numbers. He scored 100, and he
that's true.
absolutely
Timeout.
had all those women.
Give me a 20. New poll. Who got more tail, Elvis or Wilt? I'll guarantee you it's closer than what you think.
Please.
I mean, I want to study. You know, when football players die, they're like they want to study for CTE because that's a real thing, and they're worried about that. I want to study your brain when you die.
I'm telling you, Elvis.
Find a lot of bubble gum in there.
Telling you, man.
Yeah.
No, I'm not disagreeing that Elvis was successful with women. I'm wondering where it came from.
21 more years of life for Wilt. Like, the numbers just bear this one out.
And at the end, Elvis was all pilled up, and he had problems, and he was, I don't know if he was as active.
Elvis deserves his respect for his prime, for sure.
Yeah, all right. But if we're comparing groupies, like, come on, man, they were lining up for Elvis.
Did he score 100 in an NBA game?
You're right.
Yeah, no, don't put up that. It's a bad question. Two bad questions so far today, Sean. Try harder. All right. So last night this happened. Was this I didn't see it until the Sixers game had already started, right? Because I sent it out to the group text. Ray's not been active on the group text. I wonder if he's snuggling or something at night.
Ooh.
No, I was out last night.
So when you're out, you're not active on the group text.
No,
Gotcha.
I don't want to send anything in there that I'm.
Well, you can't control yourself if you're drinking to send group text.
Make some bad taste jokes. It's a work group chat.
That's okay. You're out. You're out. It's fine. Like I'm sitting at home. I'm not doing anything. Right?
Yeah, same.
All right. So add a new chapter to the Mike Vrabel and Diana Rossini story, because according to TMZ, and they provide visual evidence, Mike Vrabel and Diana Rossini, the headline says they kept things afloat during her pregnancy, rented a boat together. So back in June 2021. According, I guess it's to the place where they rented this boat. They rented a vessel in Putnam County, Tennessee, June 2021. It was a 2 to 3 hour rental. And it was while Diana Rossini was pregnant. That's easy to figure out based on when the son was born. I believe the son's name was Michael, too. Documents obtained by TMZ Sports show both signed the company waiver. So Rossini and Vrabel signed the waiver for the company. Go out on a boat, somebody else's boat, got to sign a waiver. Then they went out on a lake. And one source said there was no visible PDA before they departed.
Oh, yeah.
So they weren't all over each other holding hands, but she would not take pictures. And he allowed a picture, but said you can't put this out publicly. Sure, we can take a picture, but don't put it on social media. So he took a picture, which is shown, and TMZ also shows the waiver.
Which is weird. Don't put it out on social media. You're Mike Vrabel, like Tennessee Titan. It's kind of weird for him to say.
Well, maybe then you wouldn't have thought much about it.
No, I agree.
Now it makes sense.
Dude, yeah.
So, Ray, what happens is this story goes big, and then people that worked at the boat place, somebody knows the story and was like, hang on. He was there. When was that? They dig through all the waivers from, like they probably have some filing cabinet with waivers from 15 years ago, and they find it.
Oh, that poor part-timer, man.
And it's timestamped because they have the photo, which shows you when the date is. So they go back and they find it, and they're like, wow. What do you think TMZ paid for this? 4 figures? 5 figures?
4! Yeah, 4.
A week after the boat outing, Rossini posted on Instagram seemingly of Kevin on a New Jersey beach with the captain. Lucky to have great people to spend this holiday with this July. Talking about her husband.
Ugh.
She gave birth that summer after the boat trip in June. So when was the kid born? That was June. It doesn't, because it's like she's really pregnant. Like what? I mean,
7 months. And it'd be 2 months later. Yeah. I mean, 7 months, 9 months, right?
So, and like I don't think I've said this seriously, even though I really believed it could have been a possibility. Did anybody else think that this is Mike Vrabel's kid?
Oh no.
Being that she was pregnant and they've had this long-term relationship.
Oh man.
And if she has his kid, you can see like why they're still very much together whenever they can see him. I don't know that for a fact. She's pregnant and they're going on some rendezvous on a boat. Mm-hmm. The relationship was going on. and the kid's name is Michael. I mean, I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, Jesus. I'm not relishing this at all. It's, oh my God.
It is. It is honestly just like a Mari episode at this point.
You are the
Oh, good grief! Kid's name is Michael.
Remember when?
She's a terrible human, man.
You keep saying the same thing.
So is he, though.
When something else happens, then what?
Yeah.
And now something else has happened, and it's them together while she's pregnant. How does he survive this if it ends up like? Because now the next question is, are you the father? And it's fair. It's fair. I mean. Are the beat reporters for the Patriots going to ask it? No, they're not going to ask it, but I think it's fair for a talk show host to ask it. I don't want to. I didn't do this before, even though the kid's name was Michael. But now you have documented evidence of her being pregnant and going out on a boat.
People are still digging.
And people are still digging.
Still digging.
This is going to get bigger. There's going to be more things that come out. And if I had to predict right now, because the markets that are out there, what's the pronunciation? Kalshi?
Kalshi.
Yeah, Kalshi, it's went down that he's going to be the coach. People are betting that he's not going to be the coach. He's going to have to take at least a year off.
Yeah,
I don't think this cools off. I think more stories keep coming out. And wait till she speaks.
And it's apparently he's still fighting, to keep the marriage together. And as these new wrinkles keep popping up, good luck on that. I don't
just get divorced.
Yeah, I don't know if you're going to be able to buy a new sweatshirt at the airport for this one. Sorry, Frabes. You might be in trouble there. He's going to take a year off. We can see the writing on the wall. He's going to step away. I've been a distraction, unless there's more to come, right? And then at this point in time, you got to hold steady in the boat.
She has to not talk, or if she talks, has to not throw him under the bus. I mean, really, outside. I mean, I don't even know what she could say that would, unless it just becomes such a big story that it's like, no, like my life is. It's just like I'm done. I can't. I literally can't do this job right now. He's got to be close to it.
So does she.
Yeah, man. I'm sure she's. I mean, but then you know what though? Then I hear that she's shopping the story to Good Morning America or whatever. She's a freaking maniac and a lunatic.
And Stugatz wants her.
Oh my God! You know what? I'd like to take Stugatz's head and put it in a toilet.
Yes.
Flush it.
Yes.
And the toilet that has the blue thing underneath the toilet.
Oh, 1,000 flushes?
Right, 1,000 flushes. Because how nauseating is him? Why doesn't Stugatz just come out and jump up and down and say, I know Diana Rossini. I know Diana Rossini. She thinks I'm hot. I'm telling you, she would do me. I love Diana Rossini. I love Diana Rossini. Like, oh my God, dude. I know, Stugatz, I know that you know her and you talk to her by phone. I know that you're friends. I also understand that you're not going to talk about the conversation, but bringing up not talking about the conversation. I know Diana Rossini. I know Diana Rossini. He is such a loser. Like, seriously, he is such a loser. He sounds like such a poser. He already did it. He does it again. Oh, I talked to her again. Awesome. Stugatz.
And people pick it up and run with it. It's like, all right.
Oh, my God, man.
Well, he needs to say that because half the stuff that was put out at Super Bowl Radio Row was on the show that he was a part of.
But I know. Yeah, he's a part of it.
Yeah.
But then he comes out and he's like, I know Diana Rossini. I heard some show that I listened to that played the sound. I'm like, why are you playing the sound? He said the same thing he said before. We're personal friends. I don't have to talk about it. Yeah, duh. He's like, I'm not a journalist. Yeah, I know you don't have to talk about it. Shut up.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well
I hate him.
Well done. That whole circle. Burn it down.
Even better with the blue on.
Yeah, the blue. The blue. I was
blue
thinking, I'm like, that's
rim.
going to get picked up. And I'm like, man, he's in a blue face.
And in a blue face. What am I doing? I know Diana Rossini, and she thinks I'm hot. I know Diana Rossini. I'm telling you, I could have done her. I could have. I mean, does he realize what it sounds like? I know he's at Fox Sports Radio and everything now, and I've never had an unfavorable opinion of Stugatz. Frankly, I don't pay attention to that whole thing.
Yeah.
The Lebitard circle. I want nothing to do with him, all right? But like, Jesus, Stugatz.
Apparently, Lebitard doesn't want anything to do with him either.
Well, I don't think he wants it. Like, whatever. They were fighting with each other.
Yeah. He knows Diana Rossini.
I think Stugatz is going to have Diana Rossini's kid, actually.
Whoa. How about that, sports fans?
Coming up, News at Noon, featuring Jaylen Brown, who also just needs to go have a cream soda and go on vacation. Enough of Jaylen Brown. Inside the NBA and a tradition like no other. That's coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic. All right, let's do it. Comer and Cross. And I apologize in advance. A lot of people telling me every time I say it, I get another email. Yeah, I do look at my garage floor now. It looks terrible. It has cracked concrete. It has stains. It has an old epoxy job. Why did you tell me? I didn't realize it before. That's why you need to check out Comer & Cross. They can completely transform your garage floor in just one day, and that's it. One day, and it looks incredible. A true showroom finish, like pulling into a brand-new car garage every night. And right now, they're offering 50% off installation, and the best part is they make it so easy. They move your stuff out for you. They repair all the cracks and pits so it looks like new, and then you choose your custom Comer & Cross finish. And this is not paint or epoxy. It's built to last. No chipping, no cracking, no tire lift ever. All that and 50% off installation. But don't wait. You can have that showroom floor every night you come home. 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. The website, comercross.com. COMER cross.com.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Not one, but two. 2-0 deficits. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. The Knicks beat the Sixers 108-102 last night up at Madison Square Garden. The Sixers scoring just 12 fourth-quarter points. Got some looks late, but did not get those looks to go. Here's Nick Nurse after the game.
Yeah, I mean, listen, those guys, I thought not only they played lots of minutes, they played hard at both ends. I commend their effort. I just wish that a couple of those really good offenses, we would have just needed one or two to kind of get it down to the end where we had a chance.
Now the series comes to Philadelphia Friday night, Game 3 at Xfinity Mobile Arena, with the Sixers trailing the Knicks 2-0. That's also where the Flyers find themselves right now against the Hurricanes. Game 3 tonight at Xfinity Mobile Arena, 8 o'clock puck drop. You can listen to the game right here on the Fanatic. No Owen Tippett, he is out tonight. Noah Cates is out for this series. We're giving away Flyers tickets at 1 o'clock for the game on Saturday, Game 4 at Xfinity Mobile Arena. Stay tuned for that. Phillies beat the A's 6-3 last night. They got another one to wrap up that series, looking for the sweep against the A's tonight. This update is brought to you by thereamteam.com. Unbeatable savings are on now with 0% for 60 months with approved credit on select Rheem air conditioners. Hurry to thereamteam.com and lock in your savings today. I'm Ray Dunn, your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
And if you said to yourself, like, I'm not going to enter this contest because I'll never win, 10 o'clock, listener to the show, 1. And then we had 2 last week, too. We had 2 last week. Yeah, so you're crazy. You're literally crazy if you don't do it. That's coming up in 1 second. I was just yelling and screaming about Stu Gotts out there again.
Oh, it was great.
I'm so angry because he just sounds like such an idiot. He really, really does. It's embarrassing.
Well, the whole thing is crazy, and it continues to just add new layers, or new wrinkles, new chapters, whatever you want to say. And
so what's worse? If she was pregnant on that boat, what's worse? If she's pregnant with her husband's kid and she's spending time with him, or she's pregnant, like, obviously, it would make more sense if it was Vrabel's kid.
Wow. That's a good question.
Like, what? Vrabel goes out on a boat with her being pregnant with, it's not even his kid? Well, how twisted is this woman?
Insider of the year, too.
Oh, my God. Well, listen, I mean, she earned that Insider of the Year for sure. Thank God I wasn't involved in that. Oh, my God. If there's one person in the world, I'm seeing people unearth things on Twitter that I've been yelling about for years about Diana Rossini. The whole Julio Jones fake, they're being offered first-round draft picks for Julio Jones.
Up.
Years I've been talking about this fraud. And then you know what on top of it? She's completely out of her mind. She's one of the craziest, twisted people ever.
Dude, you know what's crazy? Right now, you just throw her name into Google search, people.com. They wrote an article. Here's the headline: What to know about Diana Rossini's 2 kids, sons Michael and George.
Yeah, see, and that's what makes what makes me sick. And that's why I want the story to go away. Wow. It's not going away.
She's a terrible human, man. That's bad. Both of them deserve each other, right? Like I feel for everybody else that's not those two.
Yeah, the spouses and the families.
I feel bad the dads, the mothers, every one of them, cousins, uncles, anyone that's even the family. Like, ugh.
Yeah, everybody looks at them.
They all deserve each other.
Right. No. All right, let's give you a chance to win $1,000, shall we?
It's time for Fanatic Parlay Cash.
All right, just getting into the car. We gave away $1,000 at 10 o'clock. Your chance at noon. Bronze. 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 Give until 25 minutes after the hour to enter it on the Fanatic app or 975thefanatic.com, or you can text it to the special contest short code of 45911. One random entry wins $1,000 in this company-wide contest. Winners will get a call from Beasley, so be sure to answer your phone. Contest rules 975thefanatic.com. Fanatic Parlay Cash is stood up by Iron Mountain Men's Health. 5 chances to win each weekday, 8 a.m., 10 a.m., noon, 3 and 5. Next chance to win 3 p.m. with Ricky and Bill. 12 o'clock hour of the show brought to you by Service First HVAC, offering 0% financing for 48 months. Rebates and tax credits up to $4,300 when purchasing a heating and cooling system. Learn more at ServiceFirstHVAC.com. What are you laughing at?
I'm never going to be able to get that out of my head, ever. I know Diana Rossini. I'm never going to be able to get that out of my head, ever.
Need to get it on the board.
Yeah.
All right. News at noon with Ray. What do we have, Ray?
News at noon with Ray Dunn. Stories that you don't need. News at noon with Ray Dunn. Yeah. It's better than listening to Creed. Yeah.
Ray goes there. Got
Fox 29, man. I go there. All right. We're going to start with Jaylen Brown because he's been a News at Noon fixture this week, and he got fined $50K. So when you get fined $50,000 for complaining about officiating, what would be your course of action following that fine? What would the two of you do?
If I was a max contract, I'd continue to complain.
Okay. So you would do exactly what Jaylen Brown did.
You know what I mean? They're probably gonna find me another $50K after this because that was what I had to say. Like, you know what I mean? Like, anytime you talk, they gon'. So I hope not. NBA, I ain't trying to but I had to say something. There's an inconsistency and it's there. You know what I mean? You call me for all these offensive fouls. You know, that's not the reason why we lost. But Shea about to win his second MVP with the same move.
I mean, has he never watched NBA basketball before? Does he not understand how it goes? It's been going on for 40 years. Where one series they're going to pick on you, another series they may not. I mean, dude, what do you like? He comes off as such a whiner.
Yeah, he's definitely a whiner. Man, he's made a lot of money. He's made $184 million already. And he's still got 4 more years on this max deal. 64, 61, 57, 53. It's a lot of coin, man. Yeah, dude, it's the way the game goes, and it's really funny because he said it as such in that first video. It's like, I know it's the league these days. Yeah, it's the league. Like, calls go your way, calls don't go your way. He's out of his mind. He literally said 3 straight games they were out to get him. Like, come on, dude.
For sure. Yeah, the memo came that David Stern came from the grave and said, get him.
David Stern dead? Yeah, he's dead.
Is he?
But Selig is still alive. David Stern dead. That's right.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. That was right.
Paul Tagliabue, rest in peace.
Yes.
The SGA comparison also. When you watch what Jaylen Brown was getting called for, it's either on a line or it's angled up. A lot of SGA, when he pushes off, he goes down with the arm. which is like one of the reasons why he doesn't get called for a ton of them.
No, it's like a push off with a wide receiver. If you extend your arms, you're getting called for an offensive pass interference. If you don't, the guys push off all the time. Of course they do.
Yeah.
But they keep their hands tight. They know how to do it. Yeah, he's extending his arms all the time.
Yeah. So, I mean, 50K is nothing to him, but another 50K, I just don't want to be like the great, grandkid that ends up out a little bit of money because of this. You made yourself a fortune.
Yeah.
I feel for that generation, like 5 generations from now.
A couple more greats.
Yeah, a couple more. Well, think about it. I don't know. How many depends the kids, number of kids. It could start to water down at some point.
Well, gas prices continue to rise.
That's a good point.
Definitely take a hit.
All right. Keep it with basketball here. We're going inside the NBA. We've done Charles Barkley talk. We've done Draymond Green talk. What about Charles Barkley and Draymond Green on Inside the NBA? Shaq was out. We're not doing the Draymond Green calling out Charles Barkley's Houston Days joke that didn't land. No, we're doing Charles Barkley talking right to Draymond Green saying, man, your run's over.
Well, it's over for the Warriors. There you go. I mean, no disrespect. But disrespect is no disrespect. It ends for every old team. You have your run, you get old, y'all let Clay go. You and Steph on the backside of y'all careers, it just passed you by. Y'all had one of the greatest runs ever. You're not in the playoffs. You're not going to make you think you're going to get healthier for next year? You're just going to get older. That's no disrespect. You guys had one of the greatest runs of all time. If you want to compete, you're going to have to leave there.
Yep. Did you hear Draymond's response?
When
Draymond started talking about attendance. He said there's more than, and like, it's actually a good debate point because it's more about winning a championship because he's right. They know they're not winning a championship. But what's the legacy of the team? They lead the league in attendance, I think is what he said. I don't know if you saw the response too.
Yeah.
He's making the case of, well, we're still doing all these things.
And he also did what we did with the Sixers. So what's a successful season?
Right.
Yeah, because he kind of
Charles is right.
Yeah, Charles is definitely right.
They've how many years now have they not been real contenders? Because Matt Nahagian, our old program director, he's now out in the Bay Area at the station out there, and they're the flagship for the Warriors. So I follow them on social media, and I keep a pretty close eye because it's always come up on my feed. And 2 years ago, they were like, yeah, we got Jimmy Butler. Whenever they got Jimmy Butler, yeah, we're winning a championship. It's like, no, you're not. Because you get Jimmy Butler, you guys are cooked.
Yeah, the Warriors beat the Celtics, fourth NBA title, 22?
Yeah.
So,
been a minute.
Right? Yeah, it's been a minute, but still, recent history. I would love that. I'd love that, have that issue.
Yeah, I'd love that.
But that was like us with Ryan Howard and Jimmy Rollins and Chase Utley. Right. No, they're going to get back to the players they were in their late 20s, not this year when they're 35.
Charles was spot on.
Yeah.
2022 would be like them winning with the 2011 Phillies.
Right. Yeah. If you're Draymond Green, you don't want to leave because that's all that you've ever been. That's all that you know, and you want to be the guy that retires as a Warrior.
Yeah.
Now, he's not going to be able to get paid like that if that's going to be the case, right? Like Howard Cross with the Giants played as long as he did because he's a third tight end making $1 million. You can't pay him like a real player.
Howard Cross coming up. I love it. That's hysterical.
Anyway.
Yeah, Draymond Green, man. He was drafted by them in 2012. Still
Second
with them now. Crazy.
Yep.
Hell of a career.
All right, fellas. It's officially time. Content works in a cycle. And every year you can count on a few things. Us around this time talking about the ceiling of this Sixers era. And Mike Trout trade discussion.
Ooh.
We've got it. It's back, folks. He's having himself a good start. He's healthy. The Angels
Great start.
are feeble. So what do? Do you trade him? Well, Joe Madden said the time for that has passed.
I don't think it'll happen, but I thought it should have happened when it was pretty obvious that Shohei was going to leave the Angels, or when he did leave the Angels. I thought that was the perfect time to trade Mikey at that time, too. Only because, I mean, the situation there wasn't good at that moment. It still hasn't really risen high above that particular moment in time, and they do if they could restock in a very healthy way, and that would be up to their determination how they evaluate prospects. But yes, I would send him out. I would send him out for his own benefit, for the benefit of baseball, getting an opportunity to see him play in a playoff situation, just not unlike what happened with Show when he went to the Dodgers.
Yeah. So here's the problem: he doesn't want that.
No.
It was when Shohei was you knew he was going to leave. The stories were conversations are going to happen between the Angels and Mike Trout. And if Mike Trout at that point said, you know what, I'm at a stage in my career, I haven't won anything, I've really had no playoff taste of the one series, didn't have a hit, it's time for me to move on. We see it all the time. You give a team only so long, you're loyal for so long, and they say, you know what? Like, this can't be the rest of my career. Joe Burrow at some point is going to say, I'm not playing for the Bengals anymore, unless they get back closer to the Super Bowl. So Mike Trout didn't want to leave. Mike Trout doesn't want to go play for the Yankees. He doesn't want to go play for the Phillies. He doesn't want to go play for the Mets. He doesn't want to go play for the Dodgers. He doesn't want the heat.
Yep.
He wants to live in Southern California where he can probably go to Starbucks and no one's going to bother him.
Yep.
He doesn't want to play in Philadelphia, folks. He wants to watch his Eagles in Philadelphia. He don't want to play here.
Yep. You're right about that.
So that's where it starts and ends with me. Forget about the like how would the Phillies make it happen with salary and things like that. I guess you could work those things out. But you don't want to play here.
No, man, we're on year 16 now. It's Mike
on,
Trout.
man.
This has been going on for years. He's got the new golf course, so that adds a new layer to the story here out there. And
hey, if I get word, he's got the local golf course that he's a partner in. Yeah. If I get word that Mike Trout is interested in coming back east and he would consider playing for the Phillies, then we have a different conversation.
Correct.
Then you figure out the financials, because I'm not dumb enough to tell you that, no, I wouldn't want Mike Trout with the Phillies. Are you crazy? That'd be the biggest story in the city in a long time. But, like, is it realistic? He doesn't want to play here.
no, he's comfortable out there. He's unknown. He's relaxing. No pressure, right? Life is easy out there as Mike Trout. And it should be. He's a stud. He's a star. But at the end of the day, I think we know our answer. I do want to bring this up because somebody said that one of the – I don't know where I heard it, but one of the reasons why he's having a great season this year is because he gave up late-night snacking. It's like, Mike –
I saw that too.
Mike Trout?
That's you.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah, that's me.
Last night I had to stop myself. After the game, I was so hungry.
Yeah?
And like, nah, man, don't do it. Don't do it. I got a cheese stick instead of going chips or cookies and stuff.
I made an egg Sammy about 10 p.m. I didn't have dinner, though, so I needed something. I was hungry.
You ate when you got home from work because you don't eat until after you get out of here, right?
Correct.
And then you're not – I do the same thing. I pound when I go home.
Yep.
And then I'm not hungry again until later on.
Yeah, and I was like, all right, after the post game, I'm like, man, I'm hungry. So we went live, and I was done by about 11 o'clock. No, it was about 11 o'clock. I made an egg Sammy. Hot sauce, just toast, eggs, 2 eggs, no cheese, nothing, right? Like, that's not bad.
No,
that's not bad.
No, it's good.
Okay.
Eggs are good.
Yeah, you know.
Eggs, that's why you look so ripped today in the sleeveless shirt. If you're tuning in, you should definitely check us out on YouTube because we're paying off the bet today. At some point during the Celtics series, we had said, and it wasn't even like I was trying to do it. It was more or less like the Sixers have no chance to win the series at this point. We'll paint ourselves blue if they win the series.
Mm-hmm.
And then we were reminded that we said it. It's like, all right, that's right, we did say it.
Damn.
It's not like when I said if the Eagles win the Super Bowl, I'll get Nick Foles tattooed on my back. I didn't forget about that.
Yeah.
We forgot about this. So we did the face paint blue. It wasn't because we timed it up to be this day. It was because we're on location tomorrow, which we're not going to do it.
Yeah.
And we couldn't find face paint anywhere.
Trust me, I did not remember because if I did, I don't know if I would have been cheering, I was at a golf trip with 16 other dudes. We were all watching the game. And I would have been like, man, I'm pulling for the Celtics. Like, I literally would have said something dumb like that. I would have been cheering for them. But I didn't say anything. We were all fired up, high-fiving. I completely forgot. But we paid off. No welching over here, YouTube chat. We pay up. And I got my rat tail. You can't see it, but it's growing.
What did you say for the rat tail?
After the NBA Finals plus 3 days. So,
no, but why do you have to grow a rat tail? I don't even remember.
Oh, because I said the Boston Celtics series, I said they're not winning 2 games. If they win 2 games, I'll grow a rat tail.
That's right. It was 2 games.
Yeah. So I'm blue, I got a rat tail, and I'm out $50K.
Yeah, that one hurts the most.
I'm just, when we grade out these things, winning 2 games versus winning the full series, was blue really worse than the rat tail? Like you said, rat tail for 2 games. Feels like rat tail was the series.
You know what was hard about the blue is getting the freaking blue.
Oh, yeah, that was pain.
Like, come on, man. We bought it 3 times. Like, what are we doing?
I nearly got arrested in an Acme parking lot for this.
You did, yeah. Ray had to pick it up this morning from, what's your buddy's name?
Luke.
Shout out, Luke.
Luke went to a place in South Philly that had it because the Michaels that we went to, they would say they would have it, and then you put in the order, and then they give you purple paint.
Right.
Everybody knows that Masquerade store on Delaware Ave. Everybody knows exactly where we went to get the blue paint.
That's where we got it. But Ray did the handoff in an Acme parking lot in South Philly. Was it in a bag that it looked like Tony Soprano? You're passing off a bag of money, or is it like meth in the bag? Because you look like you could be a meth dealer.
Ooh, yeah, he does.
Do I?
Yeah,
If it was any drug, it'd be meth.
Really?
Yeah, you don't look like a pot dealer.
No, I don't. Certainly don't.
Definitely not
look like a pot
cocaine.
No.
I'm wired today because they gave me one size bigger at Starbucks.
There you go.
Today I've got the energy a little bit.
You're wired like a undercover, or
no,
both.
both. Both. No, I was actually in that Acme parking lot looking for something else.
There you go.
Mayonnaise.
All right. So we obviously had the Sixers we're talking about. The Flyer. How about the Fly guys tonight? Your chance at 1:00 to win tickets to Game 4 on Saturday night. We're going to play Flyer in the envelope. Not only is the Flyer going to be in the envelope, the Flyer that's in the envelope will be on the phone line.
Ooh.
How about that?
I like that angle.
So stay tuned. That's at 1:00, your chance to win. But the Flyers tonight, Owen Tippett is out. He will not play. I didn't see any update on, it just seems like it's a wash for this series. I don't know, man. I mean,
No. It's not a wash.
Well, I'm talking about him.
Oh, sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself. They win tonight. I'm calling it. I feel it. The barn is ready. Orange T-shirts out there. The boys are on ice, getting warmed up today. The vibe has got to be so positive inside that locker room or the room because of what took place in that game in Game 2. That's a game they should have won. They're home, sweet home tonight. I am. I had them win in Game 2. I won't lie. I thought that 2-1 was my prediction. They go up 2-0. Let that one slip through. Vladar is still playing at a high level. I believe they win tonight and make this a series, 2-1.
You do. I don't.
Damn.
I think they're getting swept.
Ugh. That would suck.
Well, just and I'm not going to pretend that I know a lot about hockey, but just watching the games, losing Game 2, even though they outplayed the Hurricanes in overtime.
They did.
It may not have been. I had said it wasn't demoralizing to me, and talking after the game, the guys were saying all the right thing. I just think Carolina's too good, man.
Yeah, Carolina's got some really good goal scorers.
Yeah, I just think they're too good.
But if Vladar can neutralize them, I do. I think that they can be in this game.
Well, that's why they were in Game 2.
Correct.
That's a good point.
It's our only point.
Yeah, really.
Look, Zegras, he's capable of getting a goal here. Porter Martone, why not, youngin? Make something happen tonight. Somebody's got to do something, right? I don't know. Do you punch somebody? Do you go and try and be a pest?
Is this Joe Mazzulla? You start 5 guys that have never played before, right? That was out of desperation. Do you want to do that?
We're not there. No.
Yeah, you are.
No.
Well, you don't have to act with desperation, but this is desperation mode. You can't lose this game.
No, you can't. But I do believe in the guys that they have. You have to continue to believe in them. You just were up to. I get it. I'm fighting for a moral victory again here. It's 2-0, but man, it was there for the taking. They got hot. They got a power play goal, but returning to the home barn, the ice is just pristine right now. All the orange shirts. What's the orange shirt say, Ray? Do you know? I saw it earlier today. The orange shirt on the back of the chair says, "Good things happen to good people." Man, that's what I'm talking about. That's a positive mantra. Where did it come from, though?
Vladar.
Did he say it?
Yeah, remember that? I think it was when they beat. Yeah, it was after overtime when they beat the Penguins. He said, "Good things happen to good people." That's why.
That's
so
right.
confident.
He did say that.
You missed that chaos because you were,
Yeah, you weren't here.
Losing up in South Carolina.
Yeah, I did not see that.
Where's the mask? We haven't had the mask out yet.
Oh,
jeez.
You need the mask.
All right. Well, I'm blued up. I'll get the mask.
Get the mask.
I'll get the mask.
The game will be right here on the Fanatic tonight. All your play-by-play. And then post-game, listen, they got to bring in the experts to talk about the Flyers post-game. So you have Jason Martinez for a little bit, but then you're going to have me and Bill.
Nice.
And right after the game on YouTube, on the Flyers, on the Fanatic YouTube page, bam. So the minute the game ends, we will be right there, and then we'll be on the radio after Jason and Brian Smith do their postgame. So tune in tonight. Even if you're not a big hockey fan, you just like the station, tune in and get involved in the chat. We may call you. We had Ray on a couple times, Ricky Bo.
I'll be out. I'll be ready.
All right.
I'll be in the bullpen.
You're going to be out?
No, I'm not going to be out. I'll be in the bullpen.
All right, from South Carolina going out for
I need to find Jesus this week.
You sure do. All right, coming up, back into the Sixers. Was that a moral victory last night? Do you feel good despite losing? Sean Brace does. Nick Nurse talked about what he liked from the game. They're playing the positive role. Is that where you are right now? Get in at 610-632-0975. 610-632-0975. Or send a voice memo. All right? At our text line. David's on a text line. Same number, 610-632-0975. It's a Moral Victory Thursday. Middays with Marks, 97.5.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Trailing 2-0. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update brought to you by Michelob Ultra. Flyers playoff hockey is here. Catch the WMMR and Fanatic Flyers Block Party live broadcast presented by Michelob Ultra Thursday and Saturday leading up to the home Flyers playoff games. Win autographed jerseys 21 plus. Please enjoy responsibly. The Knicks beat the Sixers 108-102 last night. Sixers with just 12 fourth quarter points. Despite the loss, Paul George positive after the game.
We like where we're at. We played good defense, I thought, all the way into the fourth quarter. We just didn't make shots. But a lot of positive coming out of the game tonight.
We'll see if they can turn those positives into a win Friday night, Game 3 in South Philadelphia with the Sixers trailing the Knicks 2-0. That's also the situation between the Flyers and the Hurricanes, except Game 3 is tonight. 8 o'clock puck drop for that one. You got this game right here on 97.5 The Fanatic. Flyers without Owen Tippett and Noah Cates. Cates is out for the series. Tippett out for tonight. We're giving you a chance to get to Game 4 on Saturday at 1 o'clock. Stay tuned for that. Phillies 6, A's 3 last night. The Phillies with 2 consecutive over the A's. Chance to sweep them tonight. This update's also brought to you by True Green. True Green is the easiest way to get a golf course quality lawn. Don't wait. Sign up at TrueGreen.com. Get your first application for $9.95. Let the pros do the work so you can enjoy the weekend. Restrictions apply. See site for details. I'm Ray Dunn, your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic.
but it should be up. If we would, I thought we had maybe 4 wide open shots in a row that didn't go. We needed to keep the scoreboard moving, and we played great offense. We just didn't shot make.
It's Nick Nurse. Yep, they just ran out of gas. Middays with Marks. I'm Marks. He's Sean Brace. Ray Dunn. Sixers lose. Game 3 tomorrow night at the Xfinity Mobile Arena. At 1 o'clock today, your chance to win Flyers tickets for Saturday night as we play Flyer in the Envelope. And Game 3 tonight right here on the Fanatic.
To what he just said, though, all right. Again, I didn't think Nick Nurse had his best game last night. I really don't. I thought he failed with the Barlow situation. You had to get him in the rotation earlier. You saw the success. I don't know what his reasoning was with that. I'm not trying to make the end-all, be-all that Dominic Barlow didn't get 5 more minutes, but still could have helped you out when your team was clearly gassed. Also, I get it. When Maxey did sit for that minute and a half, they took a hit. It was a 6-0 run, if I'm not mistaken. I don't care. You can't allow him to play 47 and 48 minutes.
But who are you putting in?
Edwards. I don't know.
He's not a guard, is he?
Somebody's got to help bring the ball up. Somebody's just got to help for 2 minutes at the end of the third quarter. You get that rest in between the third and the fourth quarter. And hell, if you want to give Maxey another 30, 45-second blow from the beginning of the fourth quarter, that's what would have helped. It just would have helped. Instead, Maxey played 47 of 48
I'm not telling
minutes.
you you're not right. I just don't know who you're putting in with could you have ran with Grimes and Edgecombe? The problem is that weren't they using Grimes as kind of a forward at times? This roster is not like they didn't have Joel Embiid last night. They were trying to survive with Drummond and Bona, and they had to put Dominic Barlow in.
Correct.
But they really if you're looking for blame last night, it's Daryl Morey. Daryl Morey, this roster,
deep team.
We had Bobby Marks from ESPN on earlier, and he had just said he was trying not to rip Morey, but that Jared McCain trade just looks worse and worse and worse as it goes. Even if McCain isn't doing as well as he once did when the trade happened, dude, he can handle the ball, he can shoot, and if he gets hot, he can fill it up. What did the Sixers need last night? They needed a guy that could make a bucket. They needed a guy to come in and spell Maxey for 7 minutes, and they literally didn't have anybody to do it. Maxey can't play 47 minutes in a game, bro. He can't. Not if it's overtime, you got to play that many minutes. That's fine. He looked like he was tired in the fourth quarter because he was.
He was.
A lot of turnovers, a lot of lazy shots. That's what the whole team looked like. They still look like they're tired, and that was a high stress game. There were 25 lead changes. There was 14 ties. That wasn't some game where you're just giving up the lead. That was a hard fought game, a physical game all night, and that it killed you. You're not deep enough. You don't have the horses.
Yeah, it was desperation. Just think about it. Maxey led the league this year through 70 games of the regular season, played at 38 minutes per game. That's what he averaged. And last night he played 47. So that's going to tell you that's going to take a toll. And there's no doubt, especially the high leverage situation that was game 2, do or die on the road at Madison Square Garden with all those fans breathing down your neck. It just even adds another, element to it. But to your point, you're right. Nurse did what he had to do with what he had. So I'm not trying to make too much of him as the scapegoat. But also, in the fourth quarter, they just relied on the 3. And I guess, is there a chance, you could slow it down? Can we get a play? Can we get something drawn up? Can we get, I know that there was a nice backdoor cut, and then Barlow threw it away. I think he had Oubre kind of open, and he missed him with the pass. But, a little more of that instead of just, it was bombs away, 1 for 9, 1 for 10 from downtown in the complete fourth quarter. I think there were 4 of 19 total in the quarter as well from the field.
Yeah,
so, not good.
Paul George 0 for 5 in the fourth, no points. They had 12 fourth quarter points. They shot 4 for 19.
Jeez.
They had 18 turnovers. They were not turning the ball over against the Celtics. Maxey had 6. George and Edgecombe both had 4. So, and it's just they desperately needed one more player that could just say, calm down, all right? Stop freaking out. Maxey hurt his finger. Again, he sprained his finger on the
pinky,
on the same hand that he hurt before, right?
Correct.
So, I don't know how bad that is. I don't think he's going to miss the game for it or anything. But he very much was erratic in the fourth quarter. He was all over the place. They really were all over the place.
Yeah, he finished the game with 6 total turnovers. Just think about it. You brought up the fact that the Sixers only finished with 12 points. Knicks only finished with 19 in that fourth.
Yep.
So if you get 20 points in the fourth quarter, if you get 20 points in the fourth quarter, you win that game.
Yep.
Tough one.
Yeah, and that's why it kind of hurts. With that being said, Ray, I don't know if you were a part of the Moral Victory Club, but I did think about after last night's game, I wasn't down. I'm angrier today than I was last night because that was a good game. That was a good back and forth. And let's face it, look at the roster the 76ers have. There, that Bona was having to give you 16 minutes. Bona was giving you 16 minutes last night.
Yeah, my thing is that you're right. When it comes to the Moral Victory, I don't want to go down that path because I know that people are like throwing up in their mouth when we hear it. But last night, I came away going, the Sixers are a good team. Knowing what we know, what they did against the Boston Celtics, regardless, Tatum didn't play in Game 7, I don't care. They were winning that game no matter what. They did. And they came back from 3 games to 1. All right? They've been beaten down a few times this year. They've bounced back. Of course, they go up there to New York, you lose Embiid, and you got the New York Knicks, a team that could very well be winning a championship in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it is. I'll have a rat tail full grown by then. Could very well win the championship. This could be a championship team. And they had them on the ropes. They did. The Sixers are a good basketball team. They're not done yet. They're not.
No?
They're not.
They're winning the series?
One game at a time.
Good answer.
Friday night favored. You pointed out earlier, 1.5 favorite right now. Embiid back. We're still waiting to hear about, of course, the injury with OG for the Knicks. Deuce McBride could be out. Potentially he was dealing with an injury. Josh Hart, what's the latest with his thumb? There's some questions that need to be answered about the Knicks just right now.
Ray, how you feeling, buddy?
There's no moral victory, man.
Yeah, but how you feeling in general?
It's not Series 101 where we get like the overtime loss for the fact that I left that game feeling like they competed. Yeah, I mean, I'm not feeling good. You want to go with the I'm in. Yeah, I know you're looking for it. I'm in. I'm in the sense I'll be there for Game 3. I do feel like this series, I at least have the, wow, you were the guy at 3-1 that thought it was over. I remember I texted my buddies after Game 3 against the Celtics where Paul George said that they were in the driver's seat. And I said, yeah, they're in the driver's seat of a Waymo right now because I didn't think that they had controlled that series. And they made me look like an idiot. So they overcame one hurdle that I've never seen them do in the 3-1 series advantage. Is there a chance that they could come back from down 2-0? Of course. But I kind of put this in the whole grouping of what I had with the Flyers, where you were on the road. I just need you to steal one on the road. Yeah. I felt like you had them on the ropes, and ultimately the final score told me you didn't win the basketball game.
But see, like I didn't think they had them on the ropes. It felt like they were going to lose that game.
That's fair. That's true. Because
they didn't blow the game. This wasn't a game that they blew. They had a chance to win it.
They had the opportunity to win. So maybe on the ropes is the wrong way to phrase that because you're right. I didn't watch that game like, wow, they just blew it. Like they had the lead. They blew an opportunity.
They sure did.
And they had an opportunity for them to win that game, and they didn't.
Same with no, you're right. It's exactly like the Flyers loss.
The Flyers were the better team in overtime.
The opportunity was there, and they didn't take advantage of it. And last night, I mean, it really is like I'm not. Even though Maxey struggled late, Paul George struggled late. You want them to go out there and beat the Knicks on the road when between Bona and Drummond they're playing 31 minutes in a game, and then Barlow's playing the other minutes. Barlow did great last night too, but I mean, really, like Paul George didn't have a great game last night. He had a good first half. Maxey wasn't great last night. Edgecombe was fine, kind of like he normally is. Grimes was okay. Like you're gonna beat the Knicks on the road with that team. They almost did. So like they definitely gave them a game, Sean. But the more I talk about it, the more I get it removed from the game, the less and less happy I am.
Yeah, I'm not thrilled by no means. Down 0-2 versus a team that is deeper, has home court advantage, and quite frankly, just better than you. Brunson is a real deal star.
Yeah, I hate him.
He is a star, and he's better than our star and Tyrese Maxey. Now, could Maxey continue to grow because nobody had Maxey being an All-Pro this year at the age of 25? Absolutely, he can get better. But at this point in time, the Knicks are the Knicks, and people have said the winner of this series is going to go on to the NBA Finals. We'll see how that plays out because I'm not ready to say Detroit doesn't have anything what it takes to beat the Knicks. That's going to be a great series if it's what it is. But at this point in time, I won't lie. I think whoever wins this series is going to go on to the final.
You look a lot better with the sunglasses on and the blue paint. You actually look like you could be in a movie.
I thought I needed a little something different.
Because it covers up your white eyes. Because the white eyes are noticeable. I've seen the videos.
Yeah.
All right, well, listen, coming up, so 1 o'clock, your chance to win the Flyers tickets, flyer in the envelope. But coming up next, I heard the morning show, Andrew was criticizing Tyrese Maxey. People were very unhappy.
Oh, Andrew.
You're not allowed to criticize Maxey? We'll discuss coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Guts.
And Carolina Hurricanes tonight, right here on 97.5 The Fanatic. And by the way, you can listen on the Fanatic app. So if you're like, well, Marks, I don't have a radio in my house. Well, a lot of people don't. Listen on Alexa, listen on the Fanatic app. You get all the play-by-play. Tim Saunders.
How about that?
On the call.
Great Tim Saunders.
So coming up at 1 o'clock, we have tickets, not to tonight's game, to Saturday night game 4. We're going to play Flyer in the Envelope. So just quickly, if you've never heard the game before. Sean, I have a name of a flyer in the envelope.
Okay.
We're going to line people up on the phone lines. You ask a yes or no question. I answer. And then you guess who the flyer in the envelope is. So it's a lot of times it takes some good questions, but then eventually it gets narrowed down. So the person on the air that gets the correct answer of the flyer in the envelope wins the tickets. Capiche, make sense?
Capiche.
All right. That's coming up at 1 o'clock. And the new wrinkle today, Ray, is that the flyer that's in the envelope will actually be on the phone line listening to the segment, and then we will bring them on after we get a winner. Right?
That's right.
All right. That's happening tonight.
Horn me.
So that already answers the question. The flyer in the envelope's alive.
Oh.
It could be a current player. It doesn't have to be a current player. But they are alive unless we're getting their ghost on the line. There you go.
I'm going to save my joke.
All right. Tyrese Maxey apparently can't be criticized. Ray, I didn't really buy it. Not that I didn't buy it. But what Andrew was saying this morning was that nobody wants to even say, hey, Maxey didn't have a good game. Maxey had a bad fourth quarter. One of the biggest reasons why they lost the game was Tyrese Maxey. Right? Maxey did not play well. He had 6 turnovers. He was shooting threes. They weren't falling. Didn't shoot. I mean, he was erratic in the fourth quarter. They were gassed. He played 47 minutes. Yeah, there's reasons to explain why he didn't play well.
Yeah.
But you can criticize him. I'm not saying trade him or he sucks or anything like that. He's a great player. But, yeah, you can criticize Maxey, but you had even said everything you're seeing, voice memos, text messages, everything else, no one's even bringing up Maxey, or they're getting mad if someone brings up Maxey.
Yeah, you got the blame pie. There's no slice that's dished out to Tyrese Maxey right now when it comes to people engaging with us. And they ran a poll this morning that was, as a Sixers fan, do you find it to be difficult to be critical of Tyrese Maxey? 43% of people said, yeah. It's difficult for them to be critical of the guy.
Just in general?
Just in general.
Because he's got the $1 million smile?
Yeah. I mean, listen,
he's a good
I understand.
Dude.
I don't think we should hold people born in 2000 to high standards. I feel like they should be exempt from criticism. I agree with that. But come on.
No. What it comes down to is that, there's levels to it, as always. He's not Anthony he's not Anthony Davis, Anthony Edwards. He's not Steph Curry. He's not Jalen Brunson. He's not Joel Embiid. He's not that 1A yet. This guy has outperformed everybody's expectations year after year. For the last 3 seasons, he's only improved to the point that he's going to be a second-team All-NBA player this year. But yet he's still not that guy that you can go, yo, go get me 40. I need 40 tonight. You got to get me 40. He's not that guy.
There are nights he can get you 40, but you can't dial it up.
Yeah. Last night was a night that, look, if you get 40, Tyrese, you're going to win this game. He can't be that guy.
He also can't play 47 minutes.
Yeah, that too. That's the reality.
But, I don't even think it's really criticism more than just an observation. He didn't play well in the second half last night.
The big pushback for a lot of – yeah, you're right about that. The big pushback would be for a lot of people that are saying build around Tyrese Maxey, right? Everyone keeps saying build around Tyrese Maxey and VJ Edgecombe. I think they're misreading – misreading the calculations on that. What exactly we're saying about that. He's you got 2 really solid pieces. Yeah, you want to build around that. I'm not sitting here telling you getting rid of Embiid and all of a sudden Tyrese Maxey's going to be MJ. He's going to be Ant Edwards.
You need another all-star player.
Yes, he's a good, solid player who is an all-pro, which continues to give it every year. I'm not going to put the ceiling on this kid either.
No, he's a star. But like you said, there's levels. He can't carry your team. He can't.
Not right now.
Can Embiid carry your team?
Yes.
Yeah, he can.
As he did.
But you know what? He hasn't done that in the playoffs yet, so keep that in mind. Maxey is in the playoffs without Joel Embiid. Right? If Joel Embiid plays last night, Maxey looks a lot different.
You're right.
He just does. So you have to hope, and again, this is the problem with the entire conversation, is Embiid playing in Game 3? Is Embiid playing at 60% Game 3? Is Embiid playing in Game 4? is Embiid playing in Game 5? It's impossible to look ahead to the series and really be like, yeah, the Sixers can still win the series when you have no idea what's going to happen with Joel Embiid. He plays on Friday night. Okay, he plays on Friday night. How's he going to feel after Friday night?
Is he playing Sunday for Game 4?
Right, now he's going to play Sunday. Now, I mean, you don't get the extra days. You don't get to say, all right, well, we don't have a game for 3 days, so we'll give him that day off, so he's off his feet for 5 days. No.
Am I allowed to go big picture for just 1 second?
Sure.
All right, so now you just brought up the Joel Embiid deal, right?
Yeah.
And we know nothing's going to change. He's going to continue to get a year older. That's just how it works in life, right? Year after year, we get a year older.
He's not going to be more healthy as he
Correct.
gets older?
All right, so now you see how difficult it was to get to this situation, this spot right here, right now, Game 3. They're down 0-2. Imagine what it takes to get to an NBA Finals, all right? Another series. And now taking another step to win it. So the people out there, and I get it, this isn't a conversation for today. We'll have plenty of time in the offseason. But for the people to say you can't trade Joel Embiid, like this, think about what it takes to win a championship. And that's what we're here to do, right? The process wasn't just to make the playoffs. The process wasn't to get to the second round. The process was put in place to win a damn championship. And we're just hoping and praying that this guy is available game in and game out. I love JoJo. There's the caveat. You always got to throw it out there. I love him. But my goodness, man. It's so difficult to win a championship. Like, this is absurd.
Yep. Yeah, so, yeah, I mean, it's
dealing with PTSD right now.
We talked about this with LeBron a couple days ago or whatever. Like, how many seasons he's played. He's also played in every playoff series. Think about the playoff games he's played in his career. It's another season or two, right? And so, oh, God forbid you beat the Knicks. Now he's got to stay healthy. Like, you would need minimum. To win this series, you need 4 wins. They're not going to do it in 5 games. So you're playing at least another 5-6 games in this series.
Correct.
You're going to play 6 games next series. That's 12. You're going to play 6 games. You're telling me Joel Embiid can play another 18 games? Because they ain't going to win but first of all, they're not winning the title with or without Joel Embiid. You can have Joel Embiid completely healthy. You're probably not winning.
Faux, man. He's coming back. They're winning 12
God,
straight.
it's the Embiid tease, man.
Did I hear this correctly the other day that they didn't go faux in that run?
Faux
5-0, even though he said faux. I always thought they went faux because he said that.
I think it was the Bucks. They might have lost too. Moses, faux.
That's funny. You'll see, that would have been good for the recap show. What did I learn today? In fact, this was from yesterday.
I'm going to call Dan Patrick. See if he wants to run that one today.
Remember LeBron James? It was death, taxes, and LeBron in the NBA Finals. His run, 10 straight years in the NBA Finals?
By the way, if he had a real team around him, he could do it this year, too.
LeBron? Oh, well, yeah.
He's unbelievable.
Healthy Luka, and that's the difference.
Healthy Luka.
Luka's been out 5 weeks now.
Reeves has come back, and he's not the same player pre-injury.
And maybe the player that all those people are promised to be, they're playing around him. A lot of guys where it's like someone swears they're really good playing alongside LeBron James.
Mm-hmm.
So that team, no, that guy's really good. That guy's really good. No, the Lakers signed him because he was once good or was once thought of to be good.
Yep.
And play with LeBron makes it a little bit easier.
All right, coming up next, people should line up on the phone line right now, Sean.
Let's do it.
610-632-0975. And like yesterday, we played Knockout Trivia. It's not the first 6 callers. People can continue to call in. We're gonna ask you. You're gonna ask a yes or no question about the flyer in the envelope and on the phone. We'll answer. Then you guess it who the flyer is. If you get it wrong, you're gone. You can call right back in. 610-632-0975 for a pair of Game 4 tickets on Saturday night. We play Flyer in the Envelope next. Middays with Marks 97.5.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Due 2-0 deficit, Sabre done with this Fanatic Sports Update. The Knicks beat the Sixers 108-102 last night at Madison Square Garden, taking a 2-game-to-none series lead. The Sixers just 12 fourth-quarter points. Nick Nurse talking afterwards.
Yeah, listen, those guys, I thought not only they played lots of minutes, they played hard at both ends. I commend their effort. I just wish that a couple of those really good offenses, we would have just needed 1 or 2 to kind of get it down to the end where we had a chance.
We'll have a chance to get a win Friday. Game 3 right now trailing the series 2-0. That's also where the Flyers find themselves. Game 3 tonight at Xfinity Mobile Arena, 8 o'clock. Puck drop for that one tonight. No Owen Tippett and Noah Cates also out for the series. So no Tippett tonight, no Cates for the rest of the series. We're giving you a chance to win Flyers tickets coming up next. It's Flyer in an Envelope. You can listen to the game tonight right here on The Fanatic. Our tickets that we're giving away are for Saturday. Phillies won 6-3 over the A's yesterday. A chance to sweep them tonight. This update's brought by Mattress Firm. Waking up drained? Mattress Firm sleep experts will help you find the right bed for the deepest rest at the Memorial Day sale. Mattress Firm, they make sleep easy. I'm Braid Zone on your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and The Fanatic.
Middays with Marks, John Marks, Sean Brace, Ray Dunn. Flyers tonight, Game 3. Underdog, Sean Brace, minus 157 on the BetParks app. That's the Canes.
Motley Crue, baby. Home, sweet home, Johnny Marks. I'm feeling good.
Need to win tonight, but we have tickets for Saturday night. We're going to play Flyer in the Envelope.
Ooh.
All right, and the flyer that's in the envelope's also on Zoom.
How about that?
And he saw us and he said, "What the bleep?" I forget that I'm painted in blue.
Yeah, and he'll find out why we're painted in blue in just a second.
We're painted in blue. So I'll get to YouTube so you can see who the flyer in the envelope is. But I do have a flyer in the envelope, Sean Brace.
Let's go.
It's very simple. Give me some music, Ray. You ask a yes or no question. We answer. You give a guess at who the flyer in the envelope and the phone is. Whoever gets it correct wins the tickets. That's simple. And again, the tickets are for Saturday night. Let's go to Bob in Eagleville. Bob, what is your question?
Did this Flyer play in a Stanley Cup final with the Flyers?
Did this Flyer play that? No, he did not.
Let's say Van Beesbrook.
Is it Van Beesbrook? It is not. Anthony Paoli. Anthony, what's your question?
Is this Flyer currently in any management position right now?
He is not currently in any management position right now.
That's a good question.
Okay.
3 seconds.
I'm going to go with Brian Boucher.
Is it Brian Boucher? Good guess. Incorrect. Joe in Doylestown. Joe, what's your question?
Did this Flyer play in the 90s?
This Flyer did play in the 90s.
Did play in the 90s.
So hang on. If you look at his Wikipedia, it says his playing career is from 99 to 2010. However, he didn't play for the Flyers until the 2000-2001 season.
There you go.
Oh, man. Could it be Simone Gagne?
Is it Simone Gagne? It's not. Tom in Lansdale. Tom, it's been narrowed down.
Yes, it has.
What's your question?
Oh, man. Is he white?
Yes, he is white.
It's a white
Oh,
Flyer.
that narrows it down.
Yeah. Three seconds. All right, Tom, I'm sorry, man.
How about one? Let me throw one for the people. You ready?
No, not yet. Let's go Joe in Swedesboro. Joe, what do you got?
Did he, does he have a podcast?
Does he have a podcast, Ray? That I don't know.
I don't
I don't believe so.
Is it Jeremy Roenick?
Is it Jeremy Roenick? Jeremy, are you there? It is not. Damn, that'd be a good get. All right, ask your question.
Instead of scoring goals, how about this? Was this player an enforcer? Ready to mix it up?
He was an enforcer.
Ooh.
Chris in Jersey. Chris, what's your question?
Hey, was he a forward?
He was a forward.
All right. I think it's Todd Fedoruk.
Is it the fridge, Todd Fedoruk? It's Todd Fedoruk. You win, Chris!
Nice. Let's go.
Congratulations, Christopher. Who are you taking to the game?
My man. Oh, dude, I'm pumped. Probably my boy Joey. He's probably listening.
All right, Joey, have fun.
You got to stop by our booth, all right, before Game 4 on Saturday. We're live 1 to 5 from the block party down at Xfinity Mobile Arena, all right? So make sure you come on by.
Hell yeah, man. We'll see you at the block party. Thanks, guys.
All right, Chris, there he is. And joining us right now on Zoom is, along with Tim Saunders, what a team we have here on the Fanatic for the games. It is the fridge, Todd Fedoruk. What's up, Todd?
What's going on, guys?
Todd, do you have a
Seriously, what is going on?
All right, so back in the series against the Celtics for the Sixers, when it looked like they weren't going to win and Embiid was hurt and everything else, we had just said if they win the series, we'll paint ourselves blue, and we forgot that we even said it, and then people after the Sixers won said, by the way, you guys said you would paint yourselves blue. So today we had to paint ourselves blue.
Yeah, they won.
I love it.
Yeah, we don't welch on bets over here. Todd, do you have a podcast?
No podcast.
No pod. All right, you can still hear him though.
Yeah, but you can hear him.
That's right.
Tonight on the call on the Fanatic with Tim Saunders. So Todd, from your perspective, Game 2, did that feel like a demoralizing loss for the team? Because afterwards, Rick was very positive. The guys were really, really positive. Did that take some starch out of them losing that game like they did?
Well, any game will. Yeah, any game will, especially in playoffs. But I think that and Talk alluded to this too, I think the makeup of the team and the response from the first game to the second game is what you have to focus on. And they showed and proved they're going to be a thorn in this team's side. They can compete with them. There's ways and there's kinks in the armor. And they probably thought they should have came out with a better outcome. But that's playoff hockey. I think that's the right mindset. He's got his pulse on this team and what they're capable of. And yeah, I don't think it's going to be that demoralizing. They're in a must-win situation, though.
Yeah, obviously, you can't go down 0-3, especially against a team as talented as Carolina. But Todd, back to that game with the 2 goals, you get out there, you get a power play goal, so you find the back of the net, right? Like, I get it. I've been back in Vladar and how great he's been playing, and that's the reason why I believe this team can win tonight and continue to win because Vladar has shown us. But they need to score some goals. That's obvious here. So if you were looking at someone tonight to step up, is it somebody that found the back of the net in Game 2? Is it somebody you're looking at Porter Martone to come through here? Martone, excuse me. Like, who else could step up and score for the Flyers tonight?
Well, I think you got to look to like TK and Zegras. Guys like that, those are goal scorers. Obviously, those are guys that I want producing because when they're producing, the team confidence goes up. And that's why they ain't shooting. Like, you can tell they're making that extra pass, and it's a little reluctance. They're in great opportunities to shoot, but they'd rather go for better chance. The best chance is to shoot it. That little trigger, they're a little trigger shy right now, and if they got to get those shots off. That's really what's going to help them. But I think Zegras and TK are going to be guys to watch tonight. Those guys got to explode offensively.
Todd Fedorki's on the call with Tim Saunders tonight on the Fanatic. As a former player that has played in playoff hockey here in Philadelphia, explain what that boost does to you when you come in front of fans like this, especially being down 2-0. It feels like this is the perfect time for the Flyers to get a little bit of boost from the crowd. But what's that like? What's that energy like?
Well, it helps. It definitely helps. It gives you a sense of urgency. Like this team is the fan base in Philadelphia is very knowledgeable about hockey, where they're at in the situation, and they also know that they can make a difference. So you feel that as a player here on the bench. So you better be coming ready to bring it tonight. The urgency, the physicality has to begin right from the get-go, and the fan base really kind of gets you ready for that. So you can't let them down here. They're going to bring it. They're going to be ready to come tonight, and if you're a player, you got to bring it too.
Yeah,
that's what helps in Philly.
Todd, it's been a great ride, and of course, we don't want to see this come to a screeching halt by no means. One thing from overtime, obviously, everyone continues to talk about the OT period. The Flyers, the ice was tilted in their favor. They outplayed the Hurricanes. The one thing that I noticed, and I'm not a big X's and O's guy when it comes to breaking down hockey, I go to you and Timmy for that. So my question to you is, it felt like the Carolina Hurricanes, when they got shots off in that overtime period, they had bodies there. They were sticking, the sticks were all over the place. There was traffic. The Flyers, not so much. Am I wrong with that assessment? And what can the Flyers do different to, okay, you get the shot on goal, but now you got to get people out there, poking and maybe pick up some loose change. What do you see there?
No, you're spot on. Great analysis. That's the biggest difference, I think, right now is the willingness to go into those areas, right? Carolina, by habit, by nature, they're 6-0 for a reason. It's because their habits are just to go into that area when pucks are going. And they throw them from everywhere. They're not looking for high percentage plays. They're looking for that chaos in front, much like the Philadelphia Flyers. If we're not shooting and we're not in those habits, guys aren't going to the net. It kind of compounds on itself. So that's the one biggest difference, I think. In overtime, you've seen that difference. The Flyers started shooting from all angles. They started shooting from the middle of the ice, but they had traffic in front. That's just areas in the game that you need to focus on. Right now, Carolina's doing that better. That's why they got the overtime goal.
Yeah, and Vladar really, they had the lead because Vladar was great, and then at the end it ends up being kind of a fluky goal. But that's how you get the first win. Is that Flyers offense isn't going to be you don't think Colorado when you watch them play, but still Vladar has shown in games where he's like, I'm just not going to lose. You get that tonight, you kind of change the series a little bit. Obviously, you got to win tonight. You can't go down 3-0 to Carolina, but Vladar definitely gives you that chance. He's still been playing well.
Absolutely. He's become that solid solid goaltender that Philadelphia has needed for so long in so many ways. That's done. We don't have to worry about that. He's going to give us our best. For the team in front of that, that's all you really want. You've got to bring it. They've got to bring a certain level of intensity and physicality early on in this game because Vladar is going to shut the door. He actually has been absolutely tremendous throughout this entire season, and it's a good sign to have him on that back end. I don't think he's going to be missing any beats tonight.
Todd, I know it's only one thing at a time here, and it's about scoring goals and finding a way to win. But one thing that they did really well in the Penguins series was it was pesky. They got underneath their skin. Is it wrong to approach something like that? Maybe change it up a little bit, try and, you got the home ice advantage? Or is it just, hey, man, we got too much to worry about, business as usual. We need to go ahead and score some goals here tonight.
Yeah, you're asking the wrong guy because I'm definitely biased to a certain style of play. That I don't think is in the bag of tricks. In Carolina, I don't think they're going to respond to that. If you can get them off their game, it's not going to bode well for us because if we start playing that way and getting in between the whistles, they're going to go in the power play. It's just how it's kind of the storyline of playoffs. They're breaking up scrums. So do it between the whistles. Stand in front of that goaltender, but be hard between the whistles and get in their faces. That pesky approach, we're good at it. They have some players that are good at that, but they've got to go to those hard areas and get in the faces quickly of this team. But You don't want to be having trips to the penalty box. You got to be super disciplined against this team. Their power play is too potent, too good. Our kill is good too.
Mm-hmm.
But you see, Talk couldn't get the flow of the game going. He can't get coaches can't get all 5 guys on the ice, 5-on-5 hockey, get into a flow when you're constantly in the penalty box. So they got to stay out of the box.
Todd
I'm a
Fedoruk.
big advocate for that style.
Yeah, which I'm going to ask you. Todd Fedoruk joins us. He was the flyer in the envelope for the tickets. So congratulations to the winner out there. So Todd, I asked, who did I ask this about punchable faces? Who did we have on that I asked about punchable faces? Riley Cote, were you not in?
No, I was not here.
You
were
away.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, so Todd, being that you were an enforcer, who are the 3 guys that you looked forward to, not look forward to playing when you do? So you're going into a certain city. Who are the 3 guys that you knew you were probably fighting with, and you either looked forward to it or you didn't?
Oh, 3 guys? Okay, Steve and Pete in Washington, we would always fight. Anytime I played against The Rock, I was bigger, so he figured because I was bigger, he would fight me. And then, who else was there? Rob Ray. I had a kindred spirit with Rob Ray. But we only fought twice.
Is that
3
it?
guys. And they played hard, but I always had to deal with them.
Was he still on the Sabres, Rob Ray? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Because I remember back with Lindros and all those playoff series that Rob Ray, it seemed like he was fighting every game. They had a bunch of goons, a bunch of tough guys on that team. Unbelievable.
Yeah,
Tell you what,
a legend. Yeah,
rest
in my first fight in the NHL.
Rest in peace, Stephen Pete. But he had a big head. Good grief, that was a gigantic melon.
Yeah, I grew up in junior with him. Knew him coming up the ranks, and then had to deal with him when he was in Washington. Every preseason, we're trying to make the team fighting each other. So.
Todd, I always bring up Barnaby when we talk about this because he used to come on. He won't come on anymore. He'll always respond back, but then won't respond back after that. But Barnaby was so annoying, and he was with I guess he was Pittsburgh, and he was in a couple different places. But did you ever scrap it with him?
Oh yeah. I had one fight. I got my first goal in fight in Pittsburgh with Barnaby. It was like my second fight in the league. I had a good one with Barney. Yeah.
It's awesome. All right, Todd, we look forward to listening to you tonight with Tim Saunders. I'll be on after the game for the post game. So let's get a win tonight. We worry about game 4.
Let's go Flyers.
Thanks, Todd. Appreciate it, man. There he is. Todd Fedoruk also was waiting on hold during the contest because he came on during the commercial break. So he just wasn't on for the interview. He was going like a solid 20 with us.
He's the man.
Thanks, Todd.
Yeah, they're all great, man. Timmy, obviously Todd, Brian, Jason. Like, we have the best of the best. Just so you know, I've been listening to the NHL Network over this past month in my car, and I've been catching some other teams' radio analysis.
Really?
And I think we have the best in the NHL, hands down. Nobody's topping Jason Martinez. You know that. I mean, I'm a little biased. It's our guy. But nobody's topping Mert.
Well, except me.
And
I don't know if you heard me.
And Timmy. Nobody's got a voice better than Tim Saunders.
Well, Fedoruk just said great analysis to you.
See, man? Hey, put it on the board. Yeah. Big hockey guy. No, you know what? Chaos in the crease. It's a good name for a podcast. That's, you just saw it. And that was the thing. Like, look at the last goal that people were, Black Gritty sends us that video that went viral. Everybody, that tweet went off. It had 1 million views in 20 minutes because it was legit.
Because it wasn't a goal.
There was an NHL official that works for ESPN was tagged in it, and he laid out why it was because it was outside the crease. But damn, dude, that stick came down in Vladar's hand on his glove. Like there was nothing he could do. But it was outside the crease.
So then that's
fair game.
All right,
I'm a big hockey guy.
All right,
I'll teach you.
Look at you.
Good analysis.
I mean,
good breakdown.
You believe this NHL Network?
Let's go.
Pucked Up Podcast.
Oh man, NHL Radio NHL Network.
That's something.
That's next level. I mean, you watch the NHL Network on TV. At least you get Jackie Redmond. There's a reason to watch.
If you gave me a suitcase full of $100 bills, I wouldn't be able to find NHL Network. And but I don't watch NBA TV or anything like that. Like don't call me a hockey hater. I'm just saying.
NBA TV's great too, as well.
Yeah.
Association in the midnight hour.
All right, couple phone calls here. Anthony's calling from Florida. Hello, Anthony. Good afternoon.
Hey, John, Sean, Ray. Listen, I love you guys, man. I'm the one who told you over a month ago. I used to listen to you, John, back in the day under the water doing construction. But listen, man. as a diver, pardon the analogy, but I got to get deep on this Rossini-Frable thing before I tell you about the Sixers. Now, real quick, if that's Sirianni, because it's the Patriots, he gets protection. If that's Sirianni, he has to resign yesterday, okay? Because the media, not just our media, would be on him like flies on you-know-what. It would be front news on ESPN every single day that something comes out. But because it's the stinking Patriots, nobody talks about it. You know, on the national media.
I mean, I don't disagree 100%. But I even if it's now as far as Sirianni getting fired, I mean, or resigning. By the way, I think Vrabel's going to take a year off. I don't believe he's going to play. He's going to coach this year.
I agree. I agree with you, John. But the reason I'm getting frustrated like this is because, like, my group chat, my Philly sports chat, they're like, "Oh, who cares? People do this all the time." But this is something deeper than that. Then they don't investigate. I heard Shefty on the morning show talking about this is not collusion. Yes, actually, by the letter of the law. It is, because head coaches cannot speak to any members of the media.
It's dirty. Anybody that doesn't see how this can have a real benefit to a team, how her boyfriend being a head coach from a team doesn't do something, like whether or not it has, she still was trying. She was still putting out misinformation to help them. So like whatever. But here's why it's different for every idiot out there that says this isn't a big story. When was the last time a $1 million a year NFL reporter was messing around, was banging the NFL head coach? Like, come on. Of course this is a big story. They're public figures. When you make a lot of money and you're a public figure, guess what? You don't get the same treatment if you cheat on your wife or husband as these people do. This is the way it works.
Exactly. And it's deeper because she's the lead insider reporting on the trade while he's insider talking about it. So it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Let's get on
anyway,
you.
I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up on the Sixers just yet. First off, let's go Flyers tonight, baby. But on the Sixers, right? Can they win 2 of the next 3? And then 2 after that? Why not? It's possible, right? I mean, I think the Sixers are actually better on the road this year than they are at home, and they've proven that.
Yep.
So I love you guys, man. Thanks for the time.
All right, man. Appreciate it. So the way he phrased it, can they win the 2 of the next 3? Yes. Huh. Can they win 2 and 3 after that? That's where you start to lose me. So that means Embiid's going to have to play every game.
Yeah, 1 game at a time. I can't.
That is the right way to do it.
I can't get to 2 out of 3 because we just don't know who's healthy, who's ready to go. Also, on the flip side, I don't know who's playing for the Knicks. Hold up. We're not the only one dealing with issues. Hold up. We'll find out. OG's a big deal. He's been shooting really well. He scored 24 last night. It seems like he plays well against the Sixers. You remove him, now what? Okay? And then also you got some other possible injuries as well. So we got to just
losing OG. Gio this morning up in WFAN said that it would be catastrophic to the Knicks if he didn't play.
The Knicks are on the timeline, and they're praying. They are absolutely praying that OG is okay.
Well, that's what sucks about not winning last night was if you win last night, now they're kind of on the ropes. All the pressure's on them. They have injuries, and you won a game without Embiid, which is really what you did with Boston. You won that 1 game without Embiid, and that was really the series. Now they had to turn it around. They were down 3-1. But still, you got that 1 game, and that enabled you to stay alive and get Embiid back to where he could play.
Listed 32 minutes ago. I don't know if this is anything worthwhile, but it is listed as day-to-day. So he's listed day-to-day. Again, it's gamesmanship. They're not putting anything out there the day before. So we'll find that's a game-time decision. A lot like Mitchell Robinson last night. That was late. That was a late scratch. They said illness, but was it because of the fact that he was dealing with an illness, or they didn't want to hack him?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right. Sean Bernard has finally called in.
The people were wondering.
There was a lot of talk about Sean Bernard.
They were wondering because they were actually worried that we didn't hear from Bernard. That means, we're in trouble.
All right, Sean, can you hang? Because I want to. We're up against the break. I want to give you more than 90 seconds.
Yeah.
All right, tomorrow the show will be at the PGA Championship merch store at Aronimink Golf Club in Newtown Square. We'll be broadcasting live on site every hour. We're giving out a $100 gift card from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. You can use the gift card that day. You don't have to take it home and use it the next day. All right, because if you want merch, because the PGA Championship's not till next week, but if you want merch, it makes sense to go tomorrow. The hours for the store, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Pick up your official PGA Championship merchandise early, beat the crowds. You can get your photo taken with the Wanamaker trophy. Admission and parking's free. So it's a real easy in and out. Get your stuff and get out. You try to do it next week, it's going to be a mess. So come see us tomorrow, Sean, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Here's what I know. There's going to be a big Philadelphia sports legend that's going to be there, possibly when we're there.
Oh, let's go.
And I can't mention the name because I can't mention the name.
Okay.
But it's a possibility. And if he's there, I'm certainly going to try hard to get him on the show. All right?
Ready.
That's coming up tomorrow. Coming up next, 610-632-0975. The Sixers, how you feeling? The Flyers, how you feeling for tonight? And positive Sean Bernard. It's Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic. Let's talk about your garage floor. I'm positive that you will love your garage floor. Because if it's crack stained or peeling, it is definitely time for an upgrade. And there's no better place than Comer and Cross. The website's comercross.com, C-O-M-E-R cross.com, or 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. We're not talking about epoxy. We're not talking about paint. We're talking about transforming your entire garage floor, and it takes just one day. And Comer and Cross, they handle everything. It's guaranteed to never chip, crack, or show tire lift ever, the gold standard. So when I say they handle everything, they move your items out of the garage for you. Then they repair all the cracks and damage, and then they install a custom finish that looks like a showroom floor. And right now, you're getting 50% off installation. It's fast, clean, built to last, the perfect showroom finish when you come home. 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. That's 1-800-NEW-FLOOR or comercross.com.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Pair of 2-0 deficits. Upgrade done with this Fanatic Sports Update. The 76ers down 2 games to none now to the New York Knicks after a loss last night at Madison Square Garden. They scored just 12 points in the fourth quarter, fall 108-102. Despite the loss, Paul George taking positives from the game.
We like where we're at. We played good defense, I thought, all the way into the fourth quarter. We just didn't make shots. But a lot of positive coming out of the game tonight.
Sixers find themselves down 2 games to none, just like the Flyers do right now. The Flyers playing the Hurricanes tonight, Game 3 at 8 o'clock. You can hear it right here on 97.5 The Fanatic as the Flyers try to get their first win in the series against the Hurricanes, avoid going down 3 games to none. No Owen Tippett tonight and no Noah Cates for the rest of the series for the Flyers. The Phillies won 6-3 last night over the A's. They look for the sweep of the A's tonight. Mundo Sosa with a go-ahead single last night. This update is brought to you by Positive Coaching Alliance. Questions about youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, develops better athletes, better people through sports. Info, positivecoach.org. I'm Ray Dunn, your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
are contenders for the East. It's as simple as that.
It is as simple as that, Sean Brace. It's the Blue Man Crew. John and Sean, Ray Dunn, we have paid off our bet or obligation to paint ourselves blue.
Mm-hmm.
It's not for the Knicks.
No.
At all.
And no, I don't have the hantavirus either.
You don't?
No, we don't. That was Beef checking in earlier.
We don't. No, and that's because the first thing I thought was like, oh my God, are we going to have COVID again with this hantavirus? And apparently you're not.
Oh, okay.
It's a different.
Well, at least I'll take your word for it.
Do you not know what I'm talking about? We're talking about hantavirus is the virus that they have on that cruise ship where they won't come back to land because they had this, like, it kills people, makes people very sick.
How long has this been going on?
Last week.
It became newsworthy in the last week. Yeah, because a couple people died. I guess there's people off there now, but it's this virus and it's deadly. But I guess it doesn't spread as easily as COVID. And yeah, it's HANTA virus. It was on this cruise ship, which is why I'll never take a cruise.
No, you can't.
But immediately I'm like, oh my God, is this going to be? Because I can't do COVID again. I can't. And we wouldn't treat it the same way, but I can't have some virus that kills everybody.
I don't think anybody can.
No, I can't do it. No. I'll just have to,
I got to start watching the news.
I'm not wide. No, this is timeline stuff.
Oh, I guess I do need a new algorithm.
Or actually, that's not true. I have the AP app, so I can get all my news. Associated Press.
If you want to, I'll skip the breaking news sounder. All right, real quick. Shams checking in about OG. A minute ago, but I said this 30 minutes ago. Anyways, New York Knicks forward OG Anunoby has been diagnosed with a right hamstring strain and will be day-to-day, sources tell ESPN. Anunoby, Knicks leading scorer this postseason, 21.4. He is listed questionable for Game 3 on Friday. All right, so that's questionable. So day-to-day to questionable.
He ain't playing.
He's not playing. No.
You have 2 games and none, and it's a hamstring. He ain't playing.
Hey, look,
he didn't even think about bringing him back in the game.
No, he went to the locker room. He wanted out. Boom. You think about Luka, 5 weeks with a grade 2.
He's not playing Game 2, and that's a huge loss. I mean, think of it this way: do you imagine if the Sixers had him, what this team would look like?
That's a good point.
That's really what they need. They need a veteran guy that's money. You don't need a guy that's scoring 30 points. You don't even necessarily need an all-star, but you need a quasi all-star. They needed something. They needed that body last night. Anyway. Let's be positive on the Sixers, shall we?
I need that harp.
And there's no more positive 76er fan media out there than Mr. Sean Bernard of Crossing Broad and the DraftKings Sports Network, and he joins us right now. Hello, Mr. Positive Sean.
Yeah, what's going on, fellas? You can't win in 6 without dropping 2, so let's not sound the alarm just yet.
It's a good point. All right, so here, if you've been listening to the show, Sean and I are not being negative today.
Yeah.
We've been, kind of upbeat with it. I like their chances in Game 3, but it's also the unknown of Joel Embiid. Is he playing in Game 3? Is he 70%? Is he playing in Game 4 after playing in Game 3? Because who knows what he's going to do in Game 3? Is he playing in Game 5? It's just so hard to do anything other than, so this is what we're doing as a show. We're taking it one game at a time. We're not looking ahead. And if you take it one game at a time, Sean, you feel a lot better.
Yeah, you absolutely have to, and the OG Anunoby news is absolutely massive right there. He's been their best player in this postseason run, and he's a guy with a history of hamstring issues right there. 2 years ago on this Knicks team, this happened in the same exact context, the same exact round. He was out until Game 7, returned for Game 7, and looked like a fraction of himself. He could hardly move out there. So I would expect the Knicks to be extremely cautious with him. They absolutely should based on his track record right there. And that changes the entire complexion of how the Knicks are going to match up with the Sixers right there. So you guys are absolutely right about when summing up like this loss last night, it occurred at the trade deadline for them not going out and getting more bodies, but they still have guys that they make to dig into their bench and make it happen.
Like who?
Trendon Watford is the name I want to throw out right now.
Yeah.
And I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you on there's nothing, but here's my case. It's very clear that Maxi's got too much on his plate. And just to rattle off a couple of stats, for starters, he led the NBA in minutes across the regular season at 38 per game. He was also 8th in total minutes played, despite playing just 70 games. He was the only guy in the top 15 to play that few. And now in the postseason, he leads the NBA in total minutes with 360. VJ Edgecombe is second across the entire NBA with 337. Paul George is third with 329.
Wow.
And Kelly Oubre Jr. is fifth with 302. So 4 of the top 5 in the league as far as total minutes. Now, when I'm saying Watford, they just need a ball handler, man. Kyle Lowry's obviously not going to cut it. Dalen Terry's not good enough right there. Watford's a big body who can handle the ball. When you look at the per 36 splits, Maxi's the only guy with a better assist rate than Watford on this team. And I think you need to make it a clear priority to get Maxi running off screens, running off pin downs. Don't make him create, especially with whatever the state of his finger is.
I guess what I would come back to is defense, right? Putting Joel Embiid and his health to the side. I like the defensive effort, Sean. What did you see different from games 1 to 2? For my money, I thought they picked up Brunson earlier, and of course, I thought VJ was on him a lot more. What did you see?
Yeah, the pickup spot was night and day better, and VJ in particular made a clear effort of getting in his grill in the backcourt, making him work all the way up the floor. And I thought Dominic Barlow was a difference maker. Me and you were screaming about this, or me and Sam were screaming about this after the postgame on Game 1, that that's the guy that needs to be playing in this series. And when we talk about how excellent Jalen Brunson is, which he's an incredibly skilled player and everything that he brings to the table, but he's a matchup hunter. And what Dominic Barlow is good enough at is moving his feet, sticking on the perimeter, and making him work, which I thought he was excellent at last night.
Sixers favored. Now up to 2.5, boys. Sean, your read.
Is it?
Your read on Game 3 at 2.5, Sean.
I think it's a pretty clear indicator that OG Anunoby's not going to be playing, and frankly, I think there's a decent chance that was the last we saw him in this series. I would expect Joel Embiid to play with a little bit of pause there. I will say the whispers that I was hearing yesterday weren't particularly positive on how he looked inside practice and going through the trainer yesterday. But if he's going to give you just close to what he gave in the Celtics series, they can absolutely beat this team and beat this team 4 straight times. But the Knicks are a good team, but they're absolutely a beatable team.
No, I agree. I had this.
They've won 6 straight. It's like the longest streak in their franchise playoff history, but they're beatable. We can beat them 4 times in a row, Sean.
I don't know, but in a row.
Well, once again, just lost OG Anunoby. And I also note, I popped on here as you guys were having the conversation for most punchable faces. Jalen Brunson's got to rank pretty high on that list.
He sure
right
does.
He's got quite a bit of surface area to work with.
No, dude, I'm telling you, I hate him so much, and I wish he was a Sixer because he's really, really annoying and it'd be fun. Oh, he's Prop Joe from The Wire is who he is.
Wow, yeah, he is.
Spitting image of it, but and that's the thing that's disappointing. They actually held him in check. He's always going to get his points, but he didn't shoot well last night. I thought Edgecombe did a really good job defending him, in particular in the first half. It's just the problem is when you look at this team, they're just not deep enough, and that goes directly on Daryl Morey. Forget about trading Ray McCain, which was, we had Bobby Marks on earlier, and he was like even he couldn't stop and not take a shot at him for it. But to do nothing else, the fact that your rotation right now is Tyrese Maxey has to play 47 minutes because there's nobody else that can do it. Sixers are close, man, and Daryl Morey should know better. I don't know what the hell he was thinking.
Yeah, no, I was pretty loud about my criticism for Morey at the deadline there, and I think it gets viewed purely through being like a believer in Jared McCain, which I do from a talent standpoint, but the bigger crime to me was those assets that you collected, you did not reinvest or find a single player that was able to help this team. Look at what Ayo Dosunmu is doing for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Won them a game, swung that series. There were more players traded this deadline than any deadline in NBA history, and the Sixers didn't go out and add anyone. And aside from the fact that Cam Payne, he obviously picked up a hamstring injury, he was released to create a roster spot for Dalen Terry ahead of the postseason. Cam Payne would be able to play by now, and that's a guy that they absolutely could have used, and I don't think Dalen Terry's worth prioritizing like that.
Ooh. Man. All right, positive Sean Bernard. Are you guys doing post game on?
Yeah, we'll be there Friday night. We got into it heavy. You should have saw the text message. We were fighting. It was good.
Nice.
Yeah, I wasn't having it yesterday.
Yeah, he wasn't positive in it via text. That's for damn sure.
Really?
Oh, he was coming at the throats of Sam and I. It was good. Right. Yeah, check us out. And I'll tell you what, he is enemy number 1 for all New York fans. We got to have his back.
Oh, yeah.
They find him.
Yeah, Mention's not a fun place right now.
All right, Sean. Good stuff, brother.
You the man.
Appreciate it.
Sounds good. Catch you guys.
All right, there he is.
Like our people, I'll put it to you this way: the stream, we weren't even live, and the stream was
already getting
like
before it started.
Before I even went live, I didn't know you could do that. They were in there waiting.
If you're waiting, I always say hi to people before we start the stream.
I created the room. I didn't hit live, and people were just ripping him.
Sean had some good stats, including top 3 minutes is Maxey, Edgecombe, and Paul George. Paul George's 36.
Yeah,
and he looked like it last night in the fourth quarter. And Maxey, they played 7 games last series. So did a lot of other teams. And none of those guys are top 3 in minutes.
Correct.
Oh, and then you had 47 minutes last night. Like, what are we doing, man?
47 minutes.
You know what? Put Trent Watford in there.
You don't have any other options.
So you put him in there. And
That
then,
sucks about Campaign, though, man. He would have been back by now. That's tough. I mean, he had moments this year.
he would take a 3. I know that. He didn't mind shooting.
Yeah.
Right, Ray?
And he's a good dancer.
Yeah, good dancer. You know.
He is a good dancer. Tough name, though, because it sounds like campaign. Like, hey,
I'm
going
campaigning.
on this campaign. Yeah. No, it's campaign. All right, coming up, YouTube chat recap, Derek in North Philly. Get you coming up next. Don't go anywhere. It's Middays with Marks, 97.5.
Oh, but first, hey, everybody. It's Sean. Hey, Philly, this is what playoff hockey is all about. Flyers are in round 2 right now, of course. The energy across the city, it's electric, and it all starts before the puck drops. We'll be live with Michelob Ultra from the Flyers block party outside Xfinity Mobile Arena, packed with fans, energy, and all that playoff buzz you can only get right here in Philly. Now catch our brother Brent Porsche, during the WMMR Flyers block party live broadcast presented by Michelob Ultra today from 3 to 7 p.m. And then Saturday, Ray and I will be broadcasting live 97.5 The Fanatic Flyers block party presented by Michelob Ultra as well. Once again, 1 to 5, so stop on by. Oh, man, we want you to say hi, but trust me when I tell you, we're hooking you up with a ton of giveaways, including autographed Philadelphia Flyers jerseys and more on site. Get there early, feel the energy, and be a part of this Flyers playoff run as they're coming back against those Canes. Michelob Ultra, the superior light beer. You must be 21 plus to enter. Please enjoy responsibly. Details at 975thefanatic.com.
Kincade and Salciunas, 6 to 10 a.m.
97.5 The Fanatic. Yes, the game will always be 97.5 The Fanatic. But if you have the Fanatic app, you can listen. Listen! All right, Sean? That's what I do. I get home, for my routine. If I'm making dinner, doing dishes, I'll pop on the TV.
We got to get you a dish sponsor.
I think you're going to say, get me a maid to do my dishes.
Sure, that too.
See, Ray thinks that when you have cleaners in your house that they're supposed to do dishes and pick up all your crap.
I thought Ray said something about being married. Isn't that when you stop doing that? I thought that's what he said. That's what I thought he said.
What'd you say?
I kid.
No, I do more. I like last night, man, I was tearing through some DVR programming after the game.
Yeah. Well,
doing dishes.
I guess most married folks would know that, like, even though if you do a lot of the work, you still don't get any credit for it. So just so you know.
So Ray, on my ledger, on the ledger sheet, there's no check marks for any of that stuff because that doesn't count. Sean knows this as well.
Oh, yeah.
All the stuff that doesn't count. It's just all the other side of the ledgers. That's where all the check marks are.
Like, trust me, my wife does a ton, but like the stuff that I do, it never gets counted. It never qualifies.
So what do you do that doesn't get the check on the?
I empty the dishwasher. I'm trash man. I am pick up after the kid. Come on, like it's a hurricane. I got a 1-year-old. The kid's crazy. Like there's stuff everywhere. I clean it up.
So you clean up after yourself.
Yes.
Empty the dishwasher.
Yes.
Trash.
Yes.
All
Every day. I do. We have a cat, so I clean up around the litter box.
You have a cat?
Well, yeah, I have a cat. Most people have a dog. I have a cat. All right, so I vacuum the litter box.
I'll bet you Ray had a hamster growing up.
Not a shot.
Oh.
Did you have a pet?
Yeah, dog.
Okay. Yeah, he's a dog guy. You can tell. Golden Retriever type.
Yeah,
Golden Retriever was the first
yeah,
one.
Yeah, Golden Retriever type.
Yep.
And I have little dogs. That's what I've always had.
Yes, you did.
In fact, did you see last night that Nick Kurtz is in town? He's from Lancaster, the reigning rookie of the year.
Okay.
He was a Phillies fan growing up. He has a dog. He's a cat at home named after Bryce Harper.
Really?
And they had family dogs growing up named after Chase Utley, Ryan Howard, and Hunter Pence.
That's pretty cool. Oh, Hunter Pence. Wow. It's
a good one.
Really excited, July 2011.
Yeah, he played like just over a season here, right?
2011 and the beginning of 2012. They
really
shipped him out
weird
the deadline, yeah.
Career.
Bernard got just a puppy, him and his lady. They're getting married in June.
And his last name is after a Saint Bernard. He's not really
it's how you say it. But he almost named it. He almost named the dog Topper because Rob Thompson just got fired.
So that's Kevin and Delco. His son is named after Carson Wentz. Yeah. My buddy Delco Steve, his son is named after Cooper DeJean. Like legitimately named after Cooper DeJean. It's the Delco thing. My parents, my mom breeds dogs, West Highland White Terriers, when they had back in 2008, 2009, there was a litter of puppies. Ryan, Chase, Cole. There was a Shane mixed in there.
Bruntlet.
There wasn't not a Bruntlet.
Oh.
I was Bruntlet. You know that?
Yes, I did.
I was called the Bruntlet of the station, which is JM's, my insurance guy, said, "Oh, it's a compliment. Like, you call me Bruntlet Jenkins."
That's a compliment.
No, it's not. You could have went with Ryan Howard, or at the time, I guess I wasn't Ryan Howard, but not Bruntlet. Come on, man. It's like, oh, you're Dylan Moore. Thanks.
Whoa. Now, see, that's disrespectful to Eric Bruntlet.
Okay, it is.
Dylan
It
Moore.
is. Okay.
What was his name?
Eric Bruntlet is the Michael Jordan of Dylan Moore's.
All right, let's go to Derek. Derek is in North Philly. Derek, what's up, buddy?
What's going on? I'm upset with everybody on the station because y'all making excuses for Maxey. I love Maxey to death. He's getting paid max money. If it was Joel, Jalen Hurts, y'all holding them to high standards. This guy's a young guy. I'm not trying to hear about 47 minutes, man. Don't give me that. Y'all talk about the old guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
That y'all don't want them on the team, but we got young guys and they can't produce because they running 47 minutes.
No,
Joel give you 40, 42. Come on, man, that's not fair, man.
So Derek, listen, I'm just saying it's not ideal to have him play 47 minutes, but like we both agree, he struggled in the second half, and he was a big reason why they lost the game. Now you're saying as far as putting the same standards as Jalen Hurts, I think we would all agree that this Jalen Hurts standard is ridiculous with how he's judged and the criticism he takes.
Yeah, and Embiid is look, as far as moving on from him, he's getting older, dude. Like,
31.
Yeah, man, 32.
32 now.
Yeah. And Paul George is 36. Like, these guys are only getting older, and you can't count on them now. It's like, that's the only reason why I say, like, it's time to move on. I said it last night. Guess what? When the Sixers win the damn NBA championship this year, mark this down. When the Sixers win, they come back and beat the Knicks and roll on and they win it all, I'm still trading them. How about that?
Yeah, you wouldn't.
Still trading them.
By the way, we have breaking Diana Rossini, Mike Vrabel boat news.
Oh, come on.
Video from TMZ shows the two heading out for their Tennessee boat day while she was very much showing during her first pregnancy.
There's video. Were they like doing the Titanic deal, like when she's standing up and Vrabel's holding
Interesting that they did have the inside the NBA had the Titanic picture with them.
Pretty funny. On the boat. I liked your question. What's worse? She's out there cheating with his kid?
Honestly, you know what her easiest way out of this is?
What?
She was pregnant with his kid, and she fell in love with him, and she knows that it wasn't right, but she fell in love with him. The two fell in love with each other even though they were already married.
Man, that's a Hallmark story. That's a movie right there.
Because if she's doing that and she's pregnant with her husband, I hate talking about it because those people are the people that don't deserve us to talk about this. I feel horribly for her family.
Oh, well,
and his family.
I think, honestly, if she's going to be on a show, I think we know what it needs to be.
You are the problem. Just saying. Middays with Mark, Sean Brace, and Ray Dunn. We could do an interview. I'd be fair and unbiased.
Look at this video. Oh, my God.
So, by the way, he's not going to coach the Patriots this year. He is not going to coach the Patriots this year. People ain't done with these stories and pictures.
Well, I think it's starting to become like, wait a second. Remember that time we saw Mike Vrabel? That might not have been his wife. Go find that video. We could sell this.
Correct.
I don't even know if there's other women. He fell in love with her. This is a love story. The kids are in love, Ray.
I'm good. I hope they end up together.
Yeah, they said the same thing about Tiger, too, with the pancake waitress. He's in love. And there was 90 more.
He's in love, all right. Yeah, I don't think he coaches this year. Telling you, you're going to hear and when I say, and I even hate saying this, I mean, she's pregnant. She named the child Mike. She has some video out there saying about the famous NFL Michaels. You remember that?
Yep.
She's almost mocking it. You don't know why I'm saying this, but I'm saying this. Like when she was asking the question about the wife, they were involved. They were very much involved in a relationship.
Wait till we find out who Joey is.
Oh, my God. Fatone?
Famous Joey's.
All right, let's get to the YouTube chat recap. Go.
It's time for the YouTube chat recap.
How about filling us in?
Let me tell you something else, man.
Watch us live on YouTube every single weekday.
I can't lie. Let me tell you something.
It's the Middays with Marks YouTube chat recap.
Yep.
Brace looks like if the Cookie Monster was suffering from alopecia. Tommy John from the chat.
Nice.
The only thing that sucks about having to wear the blue paint today is the videos that Dutsy put out for our social media. Like he put one out of me ripping Stugatz. You almost have to explain why there's two idiots with blue face paint on, which you don't. So then you're watching it and you're not worried about the content. You're like, why are these guys wearing? Shouldn't he edit it and say John and Sean were wearing blue face paint because of
It's Philly, man. It's Philly. It fits. Like the crossing guard eating the ice cream with the crooked hat. it's Philly. It fits.
Eating an ice cream cone.
I'm over here 50 fit.
We didn't even play that yet. Maybe that's tomorrow.
Can we get him on the damn show? I want to know more about that guy. Or maybe I don't. I don't know.
I think we're good with the soundbite.
He's a legend.
All right, what's next?
Brace looks like the girl from Willy Wonka that ate the forbidden blueberry candy. Tom from the chat.
Yeah,
you do.
Great movie. Classic.
Yep. No, who pulls it off better? Because he's bald, so it should look better on him than me.
Yours was thicker. That's a drop.
You guys,
jeez.
You guys both serve different purposes here.
But it works, right?
Whoever said you look like the Duke Blue Devil, I can't unsee it.
Oh, yeah. That's good. Yeah, that's
the pointy hair.
Yeah, Cameron Indoor over there. Nice.
Oh, the Cameron Crazies.
There you go.
All right, what's next?
John made sure to not get the paint too close to the fake grass. Andy from the chat.
Hey, brother, this ain't fake. All right, this is my real growing hair, courtesy of, this isn't the old plugs. This is my real growing hair from Morgenstern Hair.
Fake grass is funny. That's funny.
Yeah, my lettuce is real, brother. All right, what's next?
Brace looks like an old blue M&M that you find on the ground. Money Mar
in the
from
couch.
the chat.
In the couch, yeah.
Now, do you eat it if it's in the couch?
If it's my couch, sure. Yeah, why not?
Right?
Everybody else's couch. You can keep that.
All right.
Terrible.
You disagree, Ray?
Disagree wholeheartedly.
Go dig on my couch. Those kids are crazy.
Talking about punchable faces when you're parading around with a shoddy coat of blue pool chalk on your grill is pretty funny. JM from the chat.
Yeah, screw you, JM.
Yeah, no, I can get down with that too. Good chalk or blue chalk knowledge there.
Yeah, but anytime I have a goon on, I want to hear Todd Fedoruk, who was an enforcer tough guy. I love the stories of the tough guys. And he's one of them.
He's the man.
Yep.
We need a win tonight.
All
Let's
right,
go.
give me a final score.
They win. Flyers win. 3-1.
Ray?
Hurricanes 3-1.
Oh, come on, Ray.
Yeah, I was going
Ray.
I was going 4-1 Hurricanes.
Negative, Nate.
Hey, I hope to be wrong. Oftentimes I am. Coming up next, Ricky and Bill. See you.
We would have just needed one or two to kind of get it down to the end where we had a chance.
Now down 2-0. Game 3 is Friday night in Philadelphia.